Okay. Are we good here? Probably. Are we good there? Probably. Are we good everywhere? Who knows? Hello and welcome. My name's Kevin. This is Duper Brewster here in Slay the Spire, a game about building decks and friendships and other things along the way. We'll see how many people show up for this. This is a weird time to be playing. It's not CK3, so my guess is we'll have a total of like 3 people for this one. But what are we doing today? We're doing like a little bit of a speed run. It's probably going to be a segmented speed run. I'm going to double check that chat is functioning the way it should be before we get too much further. Yep. All the people are there. All the things are happening. Our things are done. Can we turn off mute and background? So now that it will play, yeah, when I click out, which is exactly what I want. Ben, welcome in. How are you doing? I've played a decent amount of Slay the Spire. It's kind of wild how much I've played. I'm on Ascension 10 in multiplayer. However, I've never gotten farther than Ascension 4 in single player. So today we're gonna figure out if I'm just a big phony, if I'm being hard carried by my friends and confidants, or if I'm actually somewhat good at it. We're gonna have a little speed timer over here, show you what's good, see how each ascension goes. I think Regent is my biggest is my best person I'm with. How do I show that information? Compendium, character stats. We played 132 hours. Our fastest win is under 40 minutes. Pro, welcome in. How you doing? Hey, big fan. Love it. Obviously there's no achievements. We've missed one epoch. I don't know what that one is. 43 wins, 217 losses. I think our best win-loss ratio is with Necrobinder, because we never play Necrobinder, clearly. But I think my most time is with the Regent. Hey bro, today is my birthday. Can you say happy birthday for me? Happy birthday. What are you turning? 105? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But pro, happy birthday. Hopefully you had a good celebration, or at least something to make it special. But yeah, I don't know why you can't share this information. Seems strange. But we're gonna run it with the Regent. We're gonna see how this goes. We might not have a good time. We might have a bad time. We're probably gonna do segmented speedrun, aka after a couple hours we're gonna stop and then take it back up with the different ascensions. Because I don't think I can sit here for 20 hours and try to get this all done. Is that being shown there? Let's look at the studio version. Also, it's not being shown on here. Hold up. The vertical mode, it's not being shown, which is problems. How do I have to go plus, and then we go to add scene? No, not add scene. Cancel. Add source. And then we go to, what source type is this? It's I think a window capture. And then we go add existing split, add source, and then we'll put that up. We'll put it over here. Something like that. Whoa, he's back. I mean, yeah, I am back. Real quick. My wife and former fiance, former girlfriend is out of town, so we got time to play some more content, so it'll be great. But like I was saying, it's very interesting because when it comes to Slay the Spire multiplayer, I am on Ascension 10. They just naturally give it to you for all the characters, which is kind of funny. But when it comes to single player, the highest I've ever been is on 4. So today we're going to figure out if I'm a fraud or not. I think I'm not a fraud, but life might throw some curveballs our way. And we'll figure out how this system works. How do I start this? Share, open, save, no, control. Undo, pause. Okay. Start. Let's just hit this and then we'll go start. Start the speed run. How do you start? Control start. Okay. All right, time's are going. Lava rocks, one potion, one thing. Remove 2 cards, lose health. We'll have more things at the beginning. I don't even have to play that quick because I've given myself an hour to do the things. I usually have, when I'm playing multiplayer, people make this decision for me. So that's tough. This is a really tough start. Yeah, that seems better. In the center there, we'll go there. I think Regent's my favorite person because they have little minions that they do. I like the Starboy element of the Regent as well. Yeah, they're just overall fun time. I like the vibe of the Regent most of all. Do I have enough block? Yeah. Will this be slow? Will this be fast? Who knows? No kidding, I'm struggling a lot on Regent. I understand that the Spire... Oh, no! Wait. This is... Oh, shit. We fucked up, guys. I did not set this Spire the times right at all. I thought that was an hour. Alright, fuck. Give up already. We gotta edit these. So sorry. Control. I thought it was set to 60 minutes. Control. Reset. Edit splits. Why did I think it was an hour when it clearly isn't saying that? Yeah. 0, 0. Is that right? No, that's too many zeros. Yeah, okay. Now we're good. And now I want 2. Because I think it's going to take me longer to do that one. Not sure if you care. Also, you set the Slay the Spire on Twitch instead of Slay the Spire 2. I do care. That is a good point. I will switch that real quick. Just let me fix these so that I'm not a big idiot. Good start to the run, guys. What up? What are you playing? We're playing Slay the Spire, a game about making a grown man put a deck together to see if his deck is big enough, strong enough, built right enough to get all the things going. Slay the Spire. Good thing. Thanks for the information, Iron Flare. Dad the Noob, welcome in. If you don't know Dad the Noob, let's give you a shout out. We don't have that many people out here, but Dad the Noob is also a creator on here. You should check him out. He does a lot of things. You still playing that zombie game? I think you're still playing that zombie game. Someday I'll learn the title of the zombie game. But let's get this going again. Control start. Okay. Choose 1 to 2 colorless cards to add to your deck. 1 card reward, 1 potion, blah, 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 blah. The endless quest to keep Penny alive continues, yes. 1 strength, 1 dex, or apply weak and vuln to every enemy. Ooh. What's the upgraded version of that? 5? This is a very powerful card because it's just having weak and vuln at any point is really nice, but also having 2 strength and 2 dex is also very powerful. I think I'm gonna go with the 1 cost for now because it just feels better. Let's see what this looks like on the right, because I think that will be the move. Why is Penny so easily distractible? Is she just like, or easily thwarted? I guess that's maybe the better way of saying that. I don't know. Is Penny just a weakling, or is she just the best character in the game? You got to keep her alive for a number of reasons. Because I make Penny bad decisions, and I make bad decisions, and Penny suffers. Well, you got to have a Sisyphean task. I'm not saying that word right. We'll go with the cheese. Wow, we're just rolling right along. All right. Let's do this. Let's block. Let's hit this guy, and let's end our turn. Sisyphean. I think that's how you would say that word. He's gonna do 9 damage. Let's just block and attack that guy. And then these two are now being rude to me. We can do this, and I think that's that. And we can block this, and we can stars. This, that, and block. We're playing with fast mode on, so we get not a single fucking draw card, or no, a single attack card. That's annoying. And then we'll block and then attack. Sweet. Stars are our thing. Why don't we go into... Yeah, I don't think we can handle 2 of those, so let's go right. Sisyphean. Yes, I was getting caught up on some of the verbiage there for whatever reason. Do we want to remove Clumsy? Let's get rid of Clumsy so we don't have that in our deck, and then we'll go be a Rest Cuck, like the Rest Cuck we were born to be before the scary... Oh god, I hate this guy. He's got too much movement in his hips. He's got too much movement in his hips for a coral reef, and it's unsettling. Too much motion for this white boy. That's for sure. Should have done that in a different order so that we had one more block, but that's fine. He's just like out here moving them hits, and he's flexing on me, and it's just unsettling. Just unsettling. Oh, he has animation now? Yeah, they added animation, I think, last month or maybe the month before. Too much motion for this ocean. Exactly. Block. Ooh. All right, we're going to take a lot of damage on this guy. I should have... Can we kill him? Please don't. No, we can't. Fudge. All right, block. We'll do the 1 damage just in case. Yeah. Took a decent amount of damage on this fight. And we're just not drawing attack cards. We don't really have any attack at this point, but it's all right. Now our strength goes up. Should we black hole whenever you spend stars deal 3 damage to all enemies? That is kind of sick. And it deal 27 damage whenever you draw a card, reduces. I think this is better for long-term life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. At the start of each combat, upgrade 2 random cards in your deck. That's really nice. What was that last part? The cards in your drop for the rest of your combat. Okay. More money or be greedy? Greedy boy it is. Do we want to do that? Yeah, sure. Gonna have to rest Cook. Hopefully we get statue. I'm hoping for statue because I think that would be the better of the two. Let's do that. What kind of skill do we get? Let's do this. And is it a free cost card? I think it... Oh, it's not a free cost card. I misinterpolated that so badly. That's fine, though. Okay. That's what we want. Thinking about the Regent that's interesting is that I fucking hate these guys. These guys suck so much. These guys suck so much. The interesting about the Regent is that he pretty much has 3 formats. Big Sword, Starboy, or create a card. And I think Starboy is my favorite form he takes. But, you know, I could be wrong. Let's try to take that guy out. Oh, fuck, I didn't do the math right. Well, as long as we survive, right? Isn't that the thing? Let's weaken this guy. That should kill him. Does this have enough to kill him? Yes. Let's block the last little bit. Oh, wait. And we'll block and we'll do this. Okay. All right, not so bad. It's much easier on single player. I didn't realize how easy these guys were. I was just thinking of them when they have so much more HP and stuff, like 4 damage for each skill or pull out your big sword. I'm not going to pull out my big sword. Not in front of chat like that. That's gonna be problematic if I do that. TTS or the terms of service for Twitch are gonna bother me for pulling out my big sword. What does permafrost do again? The first time you play a power, each combat 7 block. Okay. Let's throw Vuln on him. Maybe that's a waste of the Vuln, but okay. That's a good potion. Choose 2 cards in your draw pile or gain 10 block at the start of your turn. If this is on top of your draw pile, play it. I don't think I've ever been able to make that work. We definitely have to rest cook, unfortunately. All right, let's go to the waterfall guy and see if he has anything fun to give us. Probably something fun. Let's do that. Let's hit this with this and get more stars. Okay, so all we have to do is just stay ahead of his attack, which I think we can do. But time will tell. So as long as we out DPS his damage he's going to do at the end of the thing, it will be that's a lot of damage. Yep. Let's weaken. Let's do that. Let's block. Let's do 12. All right, so he's already getting into trouble zones for us. We can only block the once, right? Yeah. And then so yeah, we just have to get lucky and pull the right cards. Chat. That's all we have to do, right? Yeah. We're producing a ton of stars, which is nice. Is that mathing right? Yeah, I think we're just barely good enough. Yeah. Jesus. Really close there. Okay. Deal 6 damage every 3 skills you play, or deal 7 damage to all enemies 7 times. I mean, seeing as we had so much stars, this seems like the better use of stars, and this one is good, but it's like that one, our damage output, as you just saw. I'm a 7 stars enjoyer. Good. Well, we'll do that. Enchant a skill with imbued, which means that skill just gets played automatically. Don't really have any ones that would do that. Fill with random potions. Transform. I think we're gonna do Meteor Strike or Meteor Shower, because that one just seems right. We want to go to El Mercado to get the things real quick, because the Mercado has all the things we need. Let's go and block. These guys kind of are goofy. Let's block again. Hopefully we pull 7 stars. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do that. What does this one do? Gain additional star each turn. That's so 8, 9. Okay, well, we'll take some damage. That's fine. This is what we want, and that ends that one. Anything good here? Double up on Black Hole would be fun, but I don't think it's smart for our run currently. This is the one we wanted earlier, but we're not going to take. At the start of your turn, gain 3 energy. If you end your turn with no cards in your hand, deal 20 damage. I like Stardust, and let's see if we can remove a strike or something like that, because we don't need those. And let's keep going. Boom. And boom. Okay. Ha! Any potions? Let's do that potion. Exterminate or add Vuln. Vuln is always my preferred situation. Let's hit this and let's see. Damage 13 to the face. I guess that's just what we get unless we drink this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Unfortunately, now he's gonna not be able to take a lot of damage, but that's fine. We'll vuln, do that, and that will be our turn. We're shy by a couple stars. 1 star too many. 1 star too little. This. That. Cool. Radiant is nice, but it's also not that nice. Kingly Punch. It's kind of like Maul, but only happens. Oh! Bing Bong? Lose 5 HP? I don't think we do Bing Bong. Mr. Struggles, whenever you play an attack, gain 1 block. At the start of your turn, deal damage equal to the number... At the start of turn, deal equal to the number to all that. Sure, Mr. Struggles. Sounds good. Oh, it's the B guy. I'm not ready for the B guy, guys. Let's add Vuln. Let's hit him with this. Let's drink this and throw that on. I don't want to start us just yet because it's only going to get... I don't think it makes sense to do it yet. That. Kill the bees, and I've always said this. Kill the bees, I've always said this. I mean, killing the bees is a good move because then the bees don't come and kill you. Block and attack. I should have done that one card because now we're going to have 7. Fuck. Damn. That was a misplay. Because my deck is so small that it's gonna be able to do stuff like that. Let's do this, and we win. This Yu-Gi-Oh? It is. Seto Kaiba! I've come to challenge you. I put my 7 stars in attack mode. No, it's a game called Slay the Spire. It's a game about building cards. Wait, did we activate that one thing? Is the one thing activated, or am I crazy? Let's see. Settings, extensions. My extensions. Did we activate the overlay? Set as overlay. Done. Okay, we'll see if that works. If you can highlight the things. We just got a shit ton of money, so we should probably go like this. Yeah. Seto Kaiba. I don't like this guy. He smells. He's ugly. He's stinky. He's ugly. He's stinky. He summons his little homie who does a bunch of damage, which I think is rude. Probably didn't need to do that, but let's just do this. And I probably should have played that card. And then we would have probably already been out of this situation. Let's do 12, and then we will block, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that. Probably could have used this to end it too, but that's fine. I don't want any of that. Right now we're relying pretty much... Oh god. Wow, it's been a while since we've seen the fake guy. Pawn, pick up, heal 10% of your HP. Every 5 turns gain this. This is the guy who's like the bad one. Whenever you rest. Let's do a pawn pickup. Get this. And then Mr. Espresso, welcome in. I don't have any confusions. Okay. Bye, Mr. Guy. Mr. Market. Oh, here's the real market. Whenever you lose HP, do this. Strikes and defense gain ethereal or mayhem. I like mayhem because it just gives you free draw. At the start of your turn, play the top card. I think that's a nice... What is this game that you're playing? It's called Slay the Spire. It's a game where we essentially build a deck and move through a spire that we must slay the creatures that live within it. It's pretty much if you broke it down this game, what we were actually doing, we're a home invader and we're murdering people and stealing their wealth. Plain and simple, you are a home invader whose sole goal is to get to the top of the architect and bother him in his home, which really, like, we're kind of bad person. I think the 2 least favorite enemies are the worms. And the guy who only does 15 per turn or whatever. Yeah. Those are not fun. Let's see if this kills them. It did. We banished them to the Shadow Realm with that one. Good job, guys. Okay. Da, 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 da. Da. And all right, pretty good. I wouldn't say we're cooking, but we're doing pretty good. Okay, true. We are kind of home invaders, but I think Spire kind of did something stuff first. Oh, so you're saying our our home invasion is just in they've attacked us first, so our retaliation is within the realms of the moral higher ground still. Gain this, put a card from your discard pile on the top of your deck. Let's see if that actually can work out. I don't think we need a heal. Let's try to do what about this bad boy? 21 damage. 21 damage, and then this is a 1-cost card. I think this is the one I want. Okay. All right, the worm. This, that, the worm. Block. What's this one? Play the top 3 cards of your draw pile. Sure. Let's see what happens. Put it on draw pile. Yeah, that one goes. Yeah, cool. So we're just walking in their house, not invading. No, we're walking in their house and then murdering them. So we are a murderer. Plain and simple murder is occurring. But it's justified, some would say. Some would say our actions are justified, and we are morally okay in doing what we're doing. 21 damage. I think we can just eat 11 of that. Let's do this. What is this? Draw more cards would be nice. Let's do that and then see what we draw. That's tough. I should have waited. That would have been really nice to have that. And then we don't need to defend, so let's just get some more stars on the board. Oh no, we have energy. Bing, 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 bing. Is the sandworm thing the house owner? It's the like, how would you decide the realm boss as the homeowner? Not exactly a homeowner per se, but definitely a person who is maybe one of the main renters of the tower. Caretaker, yeah, I guess caretaker would make sense. But not quite. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to describe the act bosses. Whenever you play 2 or fewer cards, take half damage from enemies. Choose 3 cards in your deck. Enchant them with Swift or Glam. I think we're gonna glamatize this. Okay. Right now our deck is and I don't really like this path. Let's go like this. Let's see how that works. It's kind of like Risk of Rain. Yeah, but it's a deck builder, not a shooty booty. you know those shooty booties. Let's apply weak to this guy. Yeah. Okay. Let's play that. Let's do that. And let's 15. Let's play this. Okay, that guy's dead. Let's play that. And then let's play this. And then we'll play that. And then we'll play that. Ooh, and he survives by 1. But next turn he dies. Alrighty. Gain 13 block next turn, gain 7 block. That's pretty powerful for a play twice. I'm gonna take that one for now. Yeah, turn-based Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. I don't know. Why is someone so obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh? But I guess The thing is, it's a roguelite, so like the element of there's nothing in my pile. Why would I apply that? The elements of constantly replaying, like your decks aren't always the same. You get a new deck every run, and depending on how good you are, your runs can go pretty far or pretty bad. And right now I'm trying to do this thing where there's 10 ascensions in the game. As time goes on, I want to get all the ascensions done in like 2-3 streams, but we'll see. Put a card, add a random card to your hand. Sure, let's see what the color of this card is. It's 15. We don't have energy. We do have energy. Let's play this, and let's just play this because it doesn't do anything. Let's play that. Let's do this. Let's do that. That's a lot of damage we just took. This guy is fucking our shit up. 20. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna have to block 12. Yeah, we took a lot of unnecessary damage on this one. I forgot how quickly he gets up in damage dealing. Let's do that. IDK, why everyone is obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, because it's non-existent in my home country. What is your home country, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to tell me if you don't feel like sharing. That's always an option, chat. How much money we got? What's this one do? Fuck, I did not read. What is the stamp? This card is innate and retain. What card do we want to start off with? I wish we could say this would be the fucking card we want to start with, but it's not. It has to be an attack card. No, it doesn't have to be an attack card. Oh man, I wish we had a much better card to waste this on. This is Meteor is just a good one. Let's just plop that in because we're always gonna have enough for that. Let's do this. Unfortunately, we got Frog. Let's do this, and then this, and then this. And then, yeah, that's super powerful. Having double the amount of things. Boom, bang, biff, off. Eat around. Nice. Let's do that and that and that. We left money on the table, chat. How could I have done that to myself? Bink. Let's do this. Let's pull this. See what we get. We get this. We'll do that. We'll block. We'll do more damage. And then we'll do that. Cool. Okay. These first couple rounds, I'm going to get... Ooh. 7 stars, but it replays twice. So that's insane. That's actually goated. Ooh. I think we're going to downgrade 2 cards and upgrade 4. I don't think we need to replay our deck. Let's do that. Let's go here. Let's snooze that alarm. Draw 2 few cards or take 2 HP. How much HP we got? God. Let's do this. We're gonna rest Cuck, unfortunately, and go to the market and then hope that we can... I don't really need any more cards. This deck's already pretty thick, in my opinion. This guy's not the worst. There are worse guys we could be facing up against. Let's do that and that. Let's drink this to see if we get anything cool. Unfortunately, we didn't. Let's do this and this and then this. Unfortunately, we got a bunch of burn cards. Let's do this. Let's pull this and let's pull that back. Unfortunately, we don't have that, so we can go like that and then like that and then like that. Yeah. Is the main character in some sort of chest or something? Is the main character in some sort of chest or something? No, the main character is me running around trying to do damage to these poor people's houses. 30 damage. Fuck me. That's so little. He's a throne. Oh yeah, he's on a throne. Sorry. That's third tasking. Oh, I see. Yes. Yes, he's on a throne, so he's getting held up by little minions. His little minions. Let's do that. And that's the end of the little battle. No. God. That was such a rough fucking go. Let us do this. And let's do this. Let's do that. And then let's block. And then we'll do that. We might need to pull that. Sorry for my bad grammar. No, I think it's also I'm just somewhat illiterate sometimes. So no need to apologize for your grammar. He's doing 14. We'll do that. Let's block. Actually, let's do that. And then let's do this. Let's do this, that. And we'll save this potion for later. He's going to do 20 damage here. Can we kill him? Yes. Gain 9 energy, replay twice. I don't know if that's ever worth it. This is way more worth it though. Okay. 57. Dude, being able to smith this, but it doesn't do more damage. It just reduces the thing, so it's not really worth it. I think Rustcock. All right. Can we beat Act 1 on our first go? What is it? Whenever you play a skill, he gains 2 strength. Let's see what our skill options that are over here. Let's just do this. And he's going to gain a little strength, but that's all right. I would like to block a little bit. I think we got to just get out of this section as quickly as possible. I think that's our hopes and dreams. This skill I'm going to hold off on playing. Unfortunately, well, we blocked, so that's fine. So he's dead, which is good. We do this. Unfortunately, wow, we can't do that. Okay, we'll do this and this. Let's put that there. I can't use this? Oh, wow, that's really annoying. All right, well, end my turn with 3 energy. That's tough. All right, phase 2. 10, he's about to do 30 damage. That's fine. We'll block. We'll do this. We'll apply. Is this more? Yeah, this is more important. And then that. Okay. It's nice. Let's do this, and block. We can do 70 damage. Sure. And then we almost kill him next turn. Okay. So unfortunately, we're out of all of our stuff, but that's fine. No more stars. That might have been smart to not do that. Unfortunately, we have to run a 3-minute ad right in the middle of this boss fight. That's tough, but that's what the things are happening. So we'll be back in 3 minutes or less. Sorry, we might be already done. Let's apply that. We'll block, play that, and then we'll end our turn. Okay, he's starting to do significantly more amount of damage, which is tough. Let's do that. Let's play this. Let's play... Is 6 block really going to do that much? No, but 19 damage is way better. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's gain block. How much energy do we have? Let's play that out too. Okay. End turn. Okay. This is actually a perfect setup. I think he dies. Huge. Okay. How do I say controls? Skip? No. How do I say I completed? Control complete it. How do I say that I've done the thing? Edit? No. Save. Control. Split. Okay. So we did this one in pretty quick, 31 minutes. That means I have enough time to go piss and all that when we now do Ascension 2. Pretty good. Single player, standard, Ascension 2. All right. Well, I'm going to use the restroom and we'll be right back. Good boy. Okay. Max HP or this. Now we're on Ascension 2. Things are getting a little more tricky. Let's see what their options are. I think I like these ones better. Let's go this, or this. No, that's so many dickheads in a row. I don't like having that many dickheads in a row, but whatever. Now the hardest thing about these runs is gonna be remembering which cards I do and do not have, you know? Free plating is really nice. So now I block, so I can just give 15 block right there. What relics I do and don't have. So I have to come up with a clever way of wiping my brain between each run and being like, I don't have that card anymore. I can't do that. Skip that. Wow, 2 spoils in a row? That's crazy. Let's draw. Let's block. And let's block again, I think. I don't think we need 11 block right off the rip. Sure. What up, G? Here for the CK3 content. Honey, love it. This game looks dope too. Hunter, welcome in. How you doing? We're playing a game called Slay the Spire, where we're trying to build decks and beat the game essentially 10 times in a row as quickly as possible. But each time we beat the game, we increase in difficulties called Ascension. There's this built-in difficulty meter. Let's block some more instead of putting that on. We've already done the first Ascension, which is good for us, in 31 minutes flat, as you can see on the screen. So we're ahead of schedule. So that means I can yap a little bit more leisurely between each situation. Let us go and do that and that. Yeah, he's gonna get a buff, but if we hit him right, it won't matter. We already have this card. Doing a significant amount of damage is nice, but we don't have any cards that give us stars. I, in the beta of this game, complained that the 2-tailed rats should be called the fork-tailed rats, and I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill like the idiot I am for dying on a hill that really I shouldn't die on. They're not twin-tailed. They're forked. They're forked-tailed rats. So don't be saying they're twin tail when it's a fork. You know? Let's block again. All right. Thankfully we can just kill this one, and then we can nearly kill this. Oh, shit. Okay, what's this smart move here? It's to, we can only block for a certain amount, so we have to kill. Let's do that, and then we can kill this guy. Okay. 6 damage. Damn, we're taking a significant amount of damage for what we've been up to, and let's just block for 30. And unfortunately, now we can't block anymore. And now he's gonna summon a creature. Fuck. All right, I don't like this run. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. I don't like the vibes. The vibes were off. Did not like the vibes on that one. Ascension 2. Ancients only heal 80% of your missing health. Really? That's what Ascension 2 is? Damn, they really hate us on Ascension 2 like that. More gold, or at the start of the combat, draw 2 additional cards and gain 1 thing. Gain 2 random relics, but you gain a curse to your deck. I like 2 relics. That's a good relic. That's a good relic. And we just get in debt. At the start of your turn, lose 10 gold. So as soon as we can get to a market would be nice, so we don't lose all our money. Let's do that, and let's do that. Guess we're putting this back in our hand, and that one's dead. Probably should have played that differently. If you end a turn, we lose 10 gold. See, this is why we don't want to be losing 10 gold, because now we can't even remove this card. Rude. Very rude of them. Boom, bang, boom. Okay. Deal 6 damage. What's the upgrade of 8 damage? I do like having AoE effects, so let's do that. Block. And damage. Damage. Just losing money left and right, chat. We gotta stay ahead of the debtors, or else we'll be in trouble. Let's play this again. Play it again. Let's do that, and let's block. I mean, I don't like Big Sword, to be honest. Big Sword is fun, but it's also kind of annoying. So let's see what we get here. Deal a certain amount of damage. How do we keep putting debt automatically? This game hates us. Let's put this in our hand, and then that damage. Cool. What card did we randomly upgrade? It was Falling Star, Shrine Stike. All right, we have enough to get rid of the debt, so we can actually stay ahead of our debtors. That's good. And then we can't really pay for anything else. That's fine. Let's go here and see what this is. It's another spoiled map. That's 3 times in a row now that we've gotten the spoiled map. Let's go this, that. I think this is the better move. This guy's mean. This card, next card is played an extra time. Let's block. Let's block again, and then we'll play this. I don't really care about any of these cards. End. Let's do this, and then we'll block. Then we'll do damage, and then we'll end our turn. All right, this is where we play this, and then we'll drink, and then we'll do this twice. This and that. Okay. So now he's been brought low a little bit. We'll do this, that, and that. Block if we want to. He's gonna damage us unless we do some serious damage on him. Is there strategies is getting lucky on the draw? So the draw is less, it's mostly the strategy is what you put in the said deck. So if you're trying to be good at this game, which fuck, 12 plus 8 is not... Right? 12 plus 8 is 20. So we should just block twice. And then do that. So really it's what you put in your deck and you just what foes you come up against is what you're like doing. And seeing how well your deck works against the foes. Certain foes will be harder than others. Like that was an elite character, so he's gonna do more damage, and he's gonna have gimmicks that make him a little bit more formidable than other people. This guy's a guy on a guy. It's literally a guy on a guy. Block damage. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Probably would have been smarter to save that so we can get our 40 coin back. Because this guy's going to try to hightail it out of here with our money. Which is actually kind of a dick move on his part. But do this and then we'll do that. Sure. Then we'll kill him. Significant amount of damage already been taken. Let's do that and let's do this. Second turn, we have more things coming in. Ooh, this is a fucking... Okay, well, we can go like this. I don't think we can handle another elite. We'll take 380. In the shape we are in currently. The shape we are taking. What's this thing? You can only play one skill per turn. That's fine. Alright, brother, I got some stuff to gotta get done. I'll pop back in, still going strong. Alright. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you enjoy the content. We appreciate you for hanging out. Let's do this and then we'll do this. Okay. This is a bad run, but we have to reset. We have to reset. Whatever. Forge 3. Sovereign Blaze deals double damage. Game really wants me to be doing that, but at the end of your turn, at the end of combat, I want money. Oh god. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this again. And then we'll get more stars so that we'll do even more damage. And then this guy's pretty much already dead, which is nice. Let's see what card we pull. Oh, we have extra stuff, so that's perfect actually with this and there. All right, next turn he's dead. Bam, bam, bam. Wow, just exactly enough. And our star goes up. If you play 5 or more cards in a turn, draw 1 card at the start of your next. Let's take Stardust just because I like the idea of Stardust. Ooh, I don't think we can afford to lose any more HP. I want this one, and I want deal 7, forge 7. This. And then we got another thing. Start the cards with more additional stuff, and then we'll rest. All right. Not as healthy as I would like us to be, but that's all right. Do this. Do that. Play this. Draw this back into our hand. Do that. Okay. Beckon is going to do some damage. Let's see what card we draw. The bomb! I've got the bomb! We're going to play the bomb. And we're going to do this. Why don't we drink this just to see what our options are? More energy. We could do bam, bam, bam. And we could have vulned, but whatever. 2 turns, this guy might be dead. Let's weaken. Let's do this. Let's block. Let's do that. All right, the bomb goes off next turn, which means he gets 50 damage dealt to him. Maybe we'll be lucky. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Maybe we drink. So we do 17. Okay. Bomb goes off. It was 40 damage. That's right. He doesn't do that much. Block, block. More stars, please. I think that's probably my favorite card, is the star card, because it just, the amount of, like, shit. So now we do... probably should have put Voln on, but it's fine. I think we kill him here. Yeah. That's Act 1 of Ascension 2. Deal 21 damage to all enemies, or deal 5 damage, forge 5. Yeah, let's just do that. Game really wants me to be doing Big Sword. I don't want to do Big Sword. If you end your turn with unspent energy, gain that. Remove 5 cards after each combat, get 1 back. Double block gain from cards, then goes to sleep for 2 turns. Doubles the block gain from cards, goes to sleep. Piles Legion it is. We have a fuck ton of cash, and we're about to have more cash. The closest market is here. So, boys be shopping, I think that's the answer. So we gotta go bing, 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 bing. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you to everybody who's been watching the stream thus far. I hope you've been enjoying it. If you have, please, you know, tell your loved ones about us. All 2 of you that are watching. So I know we're not playing Crusader Kings 3, so it's like not the vibe, but you know what you know what it is. All right, these guys are annoying because they are annoying. They grew up annoying, and they were always told that they weren't annoying, but in reality, they were annoying. Probably should have killed this one. Let's weaken him and then kill that one. So the interesting thing about these guys, they make the sound from Hoy of the mechanized infantry for some reason. I always have that sound stuck in my head. It's very funny to me. It's like every time I'm like, that's the mechanized infantry sound from Hearts of Iron. What CK3 DLC is this? Man. Chat. If I had a nickel every time somebody said that joke, I'd have like maybe like 30 nickels, which isn't a lot of nickels, but is still goofy every time. Okay, we haven't played a card, so let's do this, and then we'll do this, and then pull this card back, and then hit him again with it, because I'm that good. And then we'll just wear 17 damage like a fucking idiot. But he's dead, so it doesn't matter. What's he got? What's he got? What's he got? Nothing. Welcome in, though, young. I think you enchant and attack with Corrupt. Deals 50% more damage, but loses 2 HP. So essentially, get a card that might be doing more damage, but also might hurt you in the long run. Let's transform this attack. I don't really give a shit about it. Ooh, Radiant is actually a much better card. We'll take Clumsy. What did we get? You can lose no more than 20 HP. That's nice. This guy, what's he doing? Get him out of here. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then let's do this. All right. Decent amount of damage on the start here. Let us see what card we pull. We pull nothing that's that great, but let's do this, and then we'll do that, and then we'll pull back this. Yes. And then we'll do that, and attack there. Okay, so this is about to do 35 damage. Unfortunately, he's not Vuln anymore, but that's okay. Maybe we'll get lucky and get Vuln here. We did not get lucky and get Vuln here, but we can do 11 damage, brings him to down to 30, and then we smack his head, get some money, and say, how you doing? How you doing, baby? Baby girl? Baby girl? What's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink. AI viewers stream boom? Oh, baby. I love AI viewers, guys. Come on. Should I do it? Should I get the AI viewers? I think we should get the AI viewers, guys. If I'm being honest here, we gotta get the AI viewers. All right, this is gonna wake this guy up. I think, yes, he did get woken, or will be woken up. The Wokler, some will call him. Let's do this, and let's do that. Unfortunately, we're one shy of that. So now this guy's awake. Normally, you're supposed to wait to wake him up, but I got a little handsy. That's okay, though. Let's do this. And then let us do that. Let's do this. And then we might win. No, we weren't doing as much damage as I thought, but that's okay. Got a little too crazy on that one. Let's do this block, and then that, and then that, and then block some more. Execute or 66. Yes. We gotta go block that guy, but I'm slow. All right. Yes. Yum, 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 yum. Delicious, 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 delicious. Ooh, fuck. I forgot we had a guy. All right. So the thing about this guy who kind of fucking sucks is that every time you play a skill, he adds taint, which means he will do more damage. But the only way you can block is through skills. So you kind of have to out DPS him before he kills you, which is kind of like a we might be cooked situation, chat. But we'll see. We might get lucky, and we might also get not. 8 damage more for 5. I wish we had Vuln. That would give us... let's just do the block. Let's block a little bit. No, this is... I don't want to give him any more taint. 11 damage. This guy fucking sucks. He's just so fucking annoying. Because he gets so much damage so quickly. Our run might be over, chat. Unfortunately, I think I've lost this one. Maybe not, but still, it's gonna be. We're gonna limp our way to the next zone. Yeah, he's just able to do so much more damage than us, which is tough. We'll block for 10, so we're still alive, but it's still not looking grand. 25. Okay, we might survive. How much damage is 16? And then 25 exactly. Yep, we limped our way there. Fuck. We need this rest site so bad. And I have 1,600 gold. Jesus Christ, dude. Thankfully, I didn't click it. I left it. I left the fucking relic. I just want to misclick. I left the relic that would have given us 50 health and continued this run into the next zone, and we would have been fine, but now we're cooked. Receive 3 random relics after 5 combats. That's great, but I don't know if we're going to survive to 5 random combats, but whatever. See, this is the fuck... Oh, it was 15 health. It wasn't that much. Whenever you add a power in your deck, blah, blah, blah. Let's get rid of Clumsy. Let's get this. Let's get another of these. And let's take the rest pillow. God, 15. All right, B guy. What is the B guy gonna do to us? Some stuff. Let's block. Let's apply this. Let's do that. Let's get this back in our hands. So he's only doing 14 damage. It's not really that important. Let's block. Do some more damage. Call it for day. Call it a turn. Now we're blocking for 10 on this turn. We'll weaken him. We'll do that, and then this, and then this, and then we could do 30 damage. And then we could drink some energy. Block, use Relentless, block some more, do some more damage, call it a day. I'm used to playing with other people, so usually turns take so much more time, and also they have so much more health. So usually the... Oh, fuck. That's the problem with the B-Man, is that sometimes the B-Man just knows how to stick it to you correctly. Let's do that. And let's go to the market. Hopefully beads aren't going to change anything. This isn't going to change anything. Let's do that. Let's do the anchor. Let's remove a card. We can't remove any cards. Let's get that. How's it going, Kevin? Daddy Michael. Daddy, welcome in. How are you doing? Upon add 3 sharpness. Radiant would be nice. This would also be nice. And then I like this bad boy. So now all 3 of these are doing significantly more damage. We don't need any more draw. Can we drink this while we're here? We can. And then how many cards do we have? Only 24, so it's not really makes sense. Let's do Supernova for now. And then we'll rest Keck because we have to. Misclicked. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then we will play. Can we get? No, we don't. Probably can't get it. Let's do this. Bop, 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 bop. Bliss, welcome in. No CK3, not today. Is Firebot not working? Yeah, I was about to say. 1 fewer cards each turn is fine. Let's do this. That's kind of a tough card to replenish with because if you have a card in your hand, draw 2 cards. If we already have one of these in our hands, it kind of defeats the purpose of the other one, but whatever. Game block, forge. Let's do this. Can I drink this and then make this free? I can do that, do that. Let's do that. And yeah. Let's apply that. Let's do that. Let's do that. What card would we want back in our hand? Probably this. So we can play that and then get more cards. Play this again and then play that. Yeah. Just got my daughter to sleep. Now can't watch some quality entertainment. Thank you. I'm glad you believe this is quality entertainment. Plus, I hope that your daughter has good night's rests and is easy to put down forevermore. Let's just do this because I would like to get this battle over with. All right, we're gonna take some damage. That's fine, but we beat Act 2 of Ascension 2. Add 3 colorless cards to your hand, or at the start of each turn, exhaust a card from your hand. I like that one. Oh, she wasn't so easy to put to sleep today. But now that I've given you the ability, or have I cursed your family? I don't know. Gain 1 energy at the start of each turn. Vaku plays your first turn. I love a little chaos. Lose 9/8 max HP. Add 3. What is this? Ethereal. Gain 1 intangible. Our max HP is not great. Whenever you encounter a merchant, immediately obtain everything he sells. I mean, intangible is nice because max HP isn't that great. So it would bring us down to 78. And having the intangibility cards, what do those upgraded look like? Thrifty Token, welcome in. How you doing? How is the rest of Tears and Steel? Is that what it was called? We're playing some Slay the Spire. My name's Kevin. I was literally about to say my last name again for whatever reason. This is due for Bruce. We're trying to get to Ascension 20 in under 20 hours or whatever this is. Let Vaku have our first turn. Let's see what Vaku gets up to. I don't think he can fuck it up that badly. Get that Spire. Would you call us a home invader for this? I was discussing that with chat earlier. This feels like home invasion, that we're definitely breaking into somebody's home and killing them on the way to find their boss. Or maybe we're just breaking into somebody's place of employment and trying to take out their boss that way. Okay, we can get rid of this one for now. Let's apply that. Let's do that. We'll hit him with this, and that's the end of the bingo bango. All right. Yeah, I think the boss, like, just some god that lives at the top. Yeah, true. Quite the turn right there. I'm glad he doesn't use potions, because that could be problematic if he did. Which one of these cards do I not care about? Probably this one. Let us go this, see what we get. Let's play that. Let's play this. Let us play this, defend, attack, and leave it at that. Let's get rid of greed. Apply this, and apply that. We don't have any colorless cards in our hands, which is... I stand corrected. We do have colorless cards in our hands. 24 damage. Let's drink another potion, get out of this fight. Quasar, sure. I don't think we should be adding more cards, but sometimes I'm addicted to cards. 27. An attack with more sharp. We already have a couple cards with sharp. A skill with more nimble. 12 block, sure. Let's do divine because money's not going to matter here soon. So this is a little mini game. We're trying to find the box because the box is where we get sick card rewards. And there's the box. And we're not going to be able to get the box. We're not going to get the box, are we? No, we're going to get it. Okay. All right, we got the box. Huge. Could have gotten up worse. That's fine. If you're wondering what's happening here, it's Vaku is just playing my turn, so I can't do fucking anything. So turn 1 Vaku, but then we trade off for getting more stuff. I guess we'll do that for now. That's unfortunate, but it's alright. Let's do that, and then let's do that. End turn. More energy is the stuff that I was referring to. Let us do this, that, and see what card we get. Loses some strength. Unfortunately, we're going to lose some money here, but that's okay. We have 549. Let's do this. Attack, attack, attack. Take 30 damage. Jesus Christ. Okay. Thankfully, we had that one card. Let's get rid of the strike. Let us play this. Let's play this. Let's play defend. We're going to do that. And then play this. And then this should kill him. It didn't. Darn. Wow, this really came in handy. I've never had that come in handy before. Let's do that. This was a bad one. Could have been better. Let's do Sovereign Blade because we keep copying it. Let's do that. And then let's see if we can remove this curse. And then upon enchant 3 with block. This would be nice to have more block, and this would be nice to have more block. Is there any other blocking cards? I mean, this is always just having 3 block. Did you know that you can click through this so quickly that you don't realize that you didn't pick up the one card or the relic from there? Glad we wasted all that defensive capabilities. I mean, let's drink this and then hit that. Let's do it again. Then that. Let us see. Can we summon anything else that's going to give us... Let's do this card. I think this card... It's only 10? Why did I think this was going to give us more? Let's do this. Block. I should have done that in a totally different order, but now here we are. Yeah, it's not fun. Don't do it. Don't be a dummy like me who's trying to rush through this thinking that should have not played that card, but I guess that's fine. That's not gonna give us anything else. Snooze the alarm for now. Let's do this. Let's do that. And they're dead. That was a pretty tough one. Sure. We're not gonna fight the elite. And let's drink. Ooh. I don't know why I drank that right there, but thought it was smart. But I forgot Vaku was Vaking about. Let's do that one, and we'll do 22 damage to his face. Let's pull this back. Pull this and kill that guy. Block for that, and then kill this one. Unfortunately, we're gonna lose max health, which is unfortunate, but we can drink this, hit him with a radiant, and then kill him. I don't need any of those cards. Let's do rest cuck behavior. On that subject of dummies, excited to hoarding pals tomorrow. It will be interesting to see how bad I am at it. I'm gonna just downgrade 2 cards, unfortunately. It's because it's been a minute since I've played Pal World, but I think it should be fun. Powers cost 1 less HP. I think we only have like 2 powers, so that doesn't make sense. At the end of combat, upgrade a random card. That doesn't make sense for us in the long term. Okay, well, that's a useless card to us. Let's rest, and now it is Hourglass time. So can we out DPS this creature? Let's find out. Nice. Let's just get rid of this card because it's not going to do us any good. Let's drink this. Let's play that. And then let's do that. And this. Play this. Do that. Do this. Get this card back. Block some bit. And then we're just going to take damage. But it was a manageable amount of damage. Get this shit out of my hand. Should probably have gotten rid of that, actually. And then we'll just do 22 damage. End our turn. Shit, I don't know. All these are kind of good cards. I don't really want to get rid of them. I think this is the one we have to get rid of. So we play this. And then we play that. And then we damage this. And then we pull that. And we can block again. And then unfortunately, these are useless because that card's in our hands. But at least we block for everything. Let's get rid of the strike. Let's play that. Can I get... Is this going to copy the Withers? Is this... choose a card in your hand, add a copy. Colorless card. Is that what that will actually give us? Is a colorless card? No, it won't work against us. Okay, good. That would have been tough had that done that. Exhaust a card. Let's do this one. Do this, and then we'll do pop, 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 and block. The nice thing is the Withers we can exhaust if we ever get them. Which thus far we have been pulling some. 33 damage, that's quite a bit of health loss, but we're still making our moves. Let's get rid of that. This. Damn. 22 block? Why does that give us 22 block? I don't know. That's crazy. End turn. Okay, this Wither goes away. Play that. See Quasar card. At the start of your turn, transform all your cards in your hands. Exhaust 5 cards. If your hand has no attacks, Draw 3 cards. Do we have any attacks? We have 1 attack. Play this. Of course, we draw 2 withers. That's... Should have thought that through, Kevin. Should have thought that one through, you dummy dumb. For now, let's just end our turn. Let's get rid of that card. This, that. Block. Are we dead? We might be dead. Yeah, I think we might be dead. Oh, huge! We're not dead, but we might be dead here. Okay. Darn. All right. To fall at the a literal last minute, that sucks. All right, well, run it back. Ascension 2. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick while this ad runs, and then let's clear our thoughts. Let's think positively. Let's get some airflow in here. We have lack of airflow. It's really what's causing us the biggest issue here. All right. Transformer strike, this, that, or ignore how people move. Damn, I don't like this at all. No, I don't like this. You don't gotta lock me into some bullshit. I don't care. I'm not willing to be locked into bullshit. Upgrade a card, remove a card. First 3 card rewards you see upgraded. The first treasure chest is empty. Upgraded card is fine. Let's take upgraded version of Falling Star. Let's fucking do something like that. See what's over here. Hello? Block. Damage. Block. Okay. Fucking... Murder. Murder. Can we do 20 damage this next time around? I don't think so. We can do 16, 16, or 6, 6, and then that's it. But welcome back for the ads. Thank you for watching those. I appreciate your continued support. Crescent Spear. I fucking love you, Crescent Spear. Whenever you spend energy, gain block. Or spar, gain block. Gain 6 block. Put this card on top of your draw. I like Crescent Spear. Crescent Spear is always going to be a good one for us. And then we'll block and attack. 9 damage, or 9 more damage on them. That's fine. Crescent Spear, got it. Let's do Quasars. Let's do attack, and we'll give it to Crescent Spear. Market time. Time to go to the mercado. Shining Strike is my other favorite. Okay, these guys are dicks. Gain 6 block. Let's do Quasari. Quitsat Hadaret. No. Let's do that. That. Do this again. Block. Kill that guy. Kill that man. Computer, kill that man. Computer, kill that eel thing. I don't like that. Weaken this guy. Block a little bit. Damage. Yeah, I don't like his motion is too much. 16. Let's do this. And then kill him. Do that. Block. I don't know why I played that card. It was so stupid. Let's do this, that, and we're gonna be short one, aren't we? Yup. Shit. A lot of unnecessary damage early on here, but that's okay. We don't really create any cards, do we? Let's do this one for now. Another Mercado. This time, I actually really like this card. What does it do? Exhaust. Is it worth it? Or should I do something else? Like, gaining extra block is always nice. Let's do that, and then let's take that. Getting a lot of cards early on here, but that's okay. I don't like the coral reef in his movements. Got too much motion in his hips. Like I said previously, as a white boy, this is unsettling. His movements are shifty. It's just a shifty coral creature. Yeah, skulking is the right word. He's skulking around here, doing his best to cause problems. Let's apply more of that, and let's do this. Let's do that, and then let's just do that. And more energy, sure. Okay, let's apply that. Let's do 12. We can't block, can we? Nope. Probably should have saved it. We can kill him now, though. What is White Star again? At least drop an additional card reward. Having more money or beat into shape. More beating shapes. Draw more at the beginning. Rescuck. I think we elite into... Ugh. Okay, well. Not exactly what I want, but maybe we'll get lucky. This is actually not a bad card for our situation. Let's apply weak onto him so that our first hit goes more. We'll save this for later. Let's do that, and let's block. Yeah, we'll save it for later. Okay. Let's do that. Let's hit that one. And then we'll kill that one. Block. Let's do this. Beat into, and then we'll do beat into shape. And then we'll block again. Quasar. Ooh, 2 additional energy? Sure. Why not? Insta kill pretty much this guy. Damn, we're shy by 1. That's really unfortunate. Let's do this. Okay. That guy dies. This guy dies. This guy nearly dies. Taking 9 more damage. Damn, these guys are licking my boom boom down, as they say in the business of boom boom linking. All right. Quite a bit of damage taken there. Not exactly what I want, but say levy. Void form. End your turn immediately, but we get to next turn draw some more cards. I don't know if that's the right move. Let's heal for more health. I don't want to play an extra card. Twin-tailed rats, also known as the rattlers. Let's weaken this guy. Let's hit that guy. And then we'll void. Let's play this. And we'll do this. We'll have that one do damage. That one do damage. Let's get rid of that. And can we drink this? Boom, boom. Hopefully we get something good. We did. And then we killed this guy. This guy is negative 18 damage. That's crazy. Let's not do any more card draw for now. Let's do smithing. This does 11 damage. What does the crescent do? Does a 3, just 1 more point additional damage. That one says no more ethereal. That one says it does 11 damage. Let's do that. Alrighty. Let's do that, that, and that. Alright. Should be good. We need 3, so let's do that. So he's only gonna do that and then that. Cool. This is a quicker fight thus far. That block that next. All right. Quasar. Let's do this. See what cards we get away with. Let's reduce that. Let's hit him with that. Hit him with that. 11 damage. Quasar? Yes. This. Or that. Thorn the Lucan. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. I assume you were playing some Slay the Spire. Hope your runs were successful. Right now we're trying to make it from Ascension 1 till Ascension 10 in one sitting. I doubt it's going to happen. We're probably going to have to make it segmented run, but that's fine. Math. Let's drink this, throw that on, and then hit them with one. No. Best throw, actually, but I thought I'd raid you anyways. Cool. Well, welcome in. My name's Kevin. This is Do It for Bruce. We're a channel that predominantly plays Crusader Kings 3, but it is Sunday fun day, so I kind of wanted to play something a little bit more chill. Quote unquote chill. But welcome in. I appreciate the raid. Let me get you that shout out in just a second once we're done with whooping this creature's ass. All right. Next turn. Hopefully, how much damage is going to do? Oh, we're good. Get that shout out now. Thorin. There you go. All right, what do we get? Forge a bunch or plate? Consider that it knocked you down to 11. That was a bit closer than it looked. Yeah, it was, but we're gonna heal right now, so it's all Gucci. Regardless, yeah. Okay, Mr. Pile. What does you got? If you end your turn, you unspend energy, gain 2 that. Enchant all defends with Goopy. First time each combat, you end your turn without playing a card. Exhaust your hand and then take an extra turn. That really is nice if I knew what axe creature, like what bosses we were gonna find. Let's do piles tiers. Or something like this. I don't know. We'll see. Can we take 18 damage right from the rip? Can we play 5 cards right now? Probably not. Let's do this. Let's play it anyways. We're not going to be able to do it, but next turn we will. This is massive, and then we just kill that guy. That guy's just dead, which is crazy. And then we'll block for 19, block some more, and then we should have saved stars, and then we could have killed him instead of blocking. But that's alright. Wow, I've never seen this CK3 mod something joke. It's been said today, but we appreciate it. I can B-spell. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Ooh, Ironclad, Silent, or Defect. Let's do Ironclad and see what they got. Deal 2 damage to all enemies 4 times. Or that one, whenever your card is exhausted, draw 1 card. For now, let's skip that one. We'll see. I like Infernal Blade because it gives us sick bonuses. And deal 9 damage, gain strength this turn. I mean, that is a nice setup strike. It's like those cards, mini games in those Final Fantasy. Yes, pretty much. We have too many cards. I'm getting thirsty of cards. Far too many cards for my liking. Okay, let's play this so that they won't all do any damage, and then we will play this so that we can. We'll actually do that, and then we'll hit them for that. They have a card. They sound like when they. I can't speak English. I'm losing my mind already, and we're only on Ascension 2. This is bad. Okay. Let's block, and then let's hit that guy for that. Let's weaken this guy. Let's do that, and then that's too much, unfortunately. Let's do this, and I guess we're just gonna take the damage. Let's Quasar in to see if we can get anything fun. No, we did not get any fun things, unfortunately. Or just play that card and you win. Let's do Stardust. I like Stardust. When you have an excess of cards, it's always nice to have Stardust on hand. Heal for 25? Sure. Go to this thing. Hit him with a Smitty. Smitty. I think it's 0 cost versus a... Oh! I'm gonna want that one back. Why did I click it? Why did I click that? Why did I act like I needed to click that? Okay. Emotional damage on that one. Okay, here we go. Boo, 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 boo. Is that what we want? Maybe this? Or we could go boop, 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 no elite. Let's just see how this fight goes. If it goes poorly, then we know what to do. Go home. You know? And turn. Toxic. Add 3 attacks into your draw pile. They're free to play this combat. Or we can mangle this guy. Toxic. Unfortunately we don't. Oh no, we do. Darn. We're about to take a lot of damage. Good thing we rested. Quasar. Deal 50 damage. Deal 2 additional damage for each debuff on the enemy. Or... we just keep fucking up for no reason. I just keep misclicking like an idiot for no reason other than I'm just trying to move quickly, but I'm like... I'm losing heart, chat. Okay, hit him with that. Hit him with that. Let's get hope for the Infernal Blade to give us something amazing. It did. All right, we got out of it. It was bad. It was real bad, but we got out of it. 8 Vigor would be nice. I never really take that card. Seeing how bad that went, let's go this left so we can make it even worse on ourselves. We can rest. Let's go here. Oh, fuck. This is bad. It's Infernal Blade. That's actually pretty decent. Who's doing the most damage? This person. Let's hit him with that. Wow. That pretty much killed them. They're actually dead now. And then let's hit them all with that. And then now we just need to do a couple more points of damage. We'll see. Because this guy's going to heal. Let's drink this so we have more of that. Kill this one. Hit this one for 5. Now the cadence is all off, but let's just block. I should have piled, actually. I should have piled, but it's fine. All right. So, 8 damage. Fuck. This is a tough. Wearing. Let's just do this. Okay. How do we play this well? Let's do that. And then we're going to play this one next. It's going to kill one of these guys. This... Who's doing the most damage? Well, that doesn't matter for us. Because we can do that and then that. That kills them. But really we should do this and this. All right. I cannot believe I've been misclicking. This fucking dumb moves by me. Do we even... Yeah, we do. Oh, no, we don't. We don't because I'm an idiot. Whatever. He heals. 12. No, they're all coming back. All because I misclicked. They're all coming back. No! The worm, just die! Just die! Okay. No, they die now. Took us an extra couple clicks, but we got there. Genesis, start with more stuff. Cool. I don't want to waste all our money, so we're just going to do this. All right. We can reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 1. Sure. Those get played into our thing. We'll do that. Do that. All right. So now I'll have all his spikes next turn, which is going to be tough. We don't really want to hit him. But he is about to do a ton of damage to us. Let's do this. It's Quasar. Let's apply a weak. I don't think that counts as us doing damage to him. It doesn't. Okay. All right. So now we'll do Infernal Blade. Do 46 damage. And then we'll do 40 more damage. And then... because we used all our stars, we don't get any more damage. And take 12. Darn. He's dead. That's it. Market. Let's go here. Anything good? I think this is a good card. It's free to play, right? It's free to play this turn. Let's do this. Any cards we want to remove? Probably not. Plate is nice, but it's expensive. Let's take this and this and call it a day. Rest. Okay. This is the hand that's gonna bite us more, so we should deal with this hand first, really. But let's do this. Let's drink that. This is actually huge, and then we'll block, and then we'll block again. Yes, double block. All right, not bad first hand. This one gets super powered over time, and the weird thing about this fight is that the boss will start facing, the way we face them, the more damage they'll do or less damage they'll do. 5 block is not really changing the game. Let's just get extra energy for next turn. Let's mangle this side. Let's hit this. Probably should have duplicated that, if I'm being honest with myself. All right, this guy's gonna do 45 damage. Let's see what cards we get. Yes. It's a pretty big hit. That does that. If this goes right, we win. Actually, let's just make sure we win. All right, we almost won. That's my bad. All right. Pretty easy. I like Tyranny because it just getting rid of a card is always nice. Sigh over... Yeah, Sigh. Having 7 block each turn is just so powerful. Let's go this way. Okay. Let's do this and that. And then he's dead. And then we'll gain more stars. Then we'll mangle and we'll end our turn. We'll do that. We'll do this. We'll do this. It's gonna give us plate, and then we'll hit him for that. Cool. Super mad. I probably don't need to keep drawing cards, but I do keep drawing cards. Rest, more resting is good. Procure. Whoa! I just gave up $300. That's tough. That's an attack. Apply too weak. You just keep moving too quickly. There's no need for it. I'm just... Whenever you create a card, get 2 block. Cards can now contain colors. Rewards upon pick up more energy or more health. We're not creating that many cards. Let's just get more max HP is fine. Is there anything we would smith? What's the smith done to that? What's the smith of that? I don't really care. I think Infernal Blade is the only thing I would smith. Let's go here. More strawberries. I guess I could do that. Yeah, let's do that instead. It's the eye. What's the eye do again? He just does a fuck ton of damage, so watch out for that. Okay. Infernal. Bigger. Another free card. Is this actually free? Sometimes the game gives us free cards and then it's not actually free. 43? Jesus Christ. Okay. Mangle, so he's only doing 28. Let's do this. Let's do that. And then we're just gonna wear 20 damage. Weaken. And then we'll block, and then we'll do metamorphosis, and then we'll do this. Damn, this one guy is kicking our shit in. Exhaust. Let's do this for now. Our blade isn't going to show up, so let's do this into that. We might be dead. Hawk. That was a good run, too. Well! Unfortunate. Stumbling at Ascension 2 is tough. Alright. What's my friend saying? Standard. Ascension 2. How are we doing on our time thus far? Not good. Not good. Should we restart at Ascension 1 to make up time? Because it's already been 2 hours. Make sense. Are you speedrunning this? How fast you get wiped? Fast you get wiped? That is a good point. We could be doing that. Alright, let us... I think the smarter thing would be to start now. Because we've fumbled it so many times at Ascension 1. Let's restart this. Controls, reset. And then we'll go back to Ascension 1. We did Ascension 1 so well. I was so confident. But first, let's use the restroom and run an ad because Bliss is running his mouth. All right, we can do it. All right, Ascension 1. It's easy peasy. Lemon greedy. Is there a market? There is a market. Let's go to the market. Call me the Greedler because I want the money. I see you have 2 occasions when you played with haste and fumble valuable artifacts. Second or 2, making sure select correct is more valuable. Yeah, that could be correct. Or go out on a limb here and say, fuck you. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? Let's do that and end our turn. Duck you too. Very fair, very fair. Know Thy Place is kind of my favorite, but I also like having more energy, so let's refine our blade for now. They hatin'. They hatin'. Exclamation roll D20. See if you become banned or you become money. Oh! And he did it. He becomes VIP. Just like that. I will award you VIP after this round. Get that money. We have so many slots, it don't even matter. Let's do that. Sovereign Blade now gains block or Gamma Blast. Gamma Blast! And then I was blasting. Let's do deal damage equal to the number of cards. We don't really have cards that we play that much of. Pawn pickup, max HP, and heal for all of it. Play the 2 random from your draw pile. I like that card. Or whenever you play 3 or fewer cards during your turn, 3 additional cards at the start of turn. That's not gonna happen, so we're gonna play that. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. I'd like that. I don't know how often we're gonna be pulling that off, but it's possible. Let's do this, that, and then let's play this. I didn't realize how automatic that was. I thought it was a power, but that makes more sense. I don't want any of those. This is a nice little smithing lane. So smithy this. So it's the card that automatically plays. It doesn't play it just plays a draw pile, which is nice. So for example, if I do this and then play that. And then we'll block for 5. You see me rolling, they hating, they control and try to wash me blood. Try to wash it down. Let's play it, see what happens. Actually pretty good. But we're short. Let's see what we get. Worked out. Comet. I mean, as long as we pull the right cards, things go our way, right? Comet does 44 damage, sure. Just keep our deck small, so we don't have to, you know. If we keep our deck small, then there's a higher likely chance that we pull the higher valued cards. Should we gain more max health? Is there... No, we're not going to rest. Let's do 2 points. That's enough. Get out of the bath. Ooh, nice. The rat people are here. One rat has been dominated. We've destroyed that rat creature. Pavel, welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're doing fine this day. Love you. Bye. Okay, bye-bye. Ciao, ciao, chicos. There's nothing in our draw pile. Does this mean it doesn't even play a card? That would be so funny. All right, now we know. We can't be playing that card. We can't be playing that card if nothing's in our draw pile. It's not gonna redraw our deck for us. The more you learn. Oh, wow. What an suboptimal play by us. Didn't matter in the end, but it was just funny that that's what happens if you don't have the cards to draw, then you're not gonna be drawing those cards. Let's drink this, and then we'll keep that for later. Let's play that. Damage, and then unfortunately we can't do any more damage. But we can get more strength from it, so that's good. Let's draw more cards. Unfortunately, it was nothing of value. Let's do that and forge. Okay. Let's play this, see what we get. Pretty good, actually. Can't do more damage. Block damage. I think I like this deck so far. I think we need to keep it small, because if we get too big for our britches, it's going to be a problem. We'll see, though. How much damage? Perfect. I don't really like any of those cards. Do we need a rest or can we smith? I think we smith. All right, the waterfall guy. I feel like we've fought the waterfall guy like 16 times now. Huge pull. Nice. All right, so now we have 16 turns of vulnerable, 6 turns of weak, which is really good. Let's keep just doing that, and then we will go and do this. As long as we keep our deck small, we can just keep running through it much quicker. He's gonna heal, which is unfortunate. More of that. 12. Unfortunately, he's gonna do damage, which is fine. Okay. So the weak actually affects the bomb, which is kind of interesting. So we're surviving this, so we can just end it. Decisions. I kind of like that. Or Sovereign Blade. Let's see decisions. But we're going to try to keep, again, anytime I'm trying to draw more cards or get more cards, it doesn't make sense. We just need less cards. Less cards is better. Let's just go up the right. Block, damage. All right, well, he yoinked the one card we actually need for the build, so that's unfortunate. It's over, chat. It's over. We're cooked. He's flying away with our cards. Okay, we have... Oh, we have more energy to work with. Let's block. And then next turn we can use this. Draw. Damage. Probably should have played this first, and then he would be dead. Damage. Alright, end turn. I think this kills him. I would like my card back now. Thank you. What is this card? Nothing. Nice. All right. Damage. Really, we need anchor so we can just tap this guy out real easy. This guy dies, so that's good. And then we can do 10 damage, block. That. All right, now we have a hard out at 5-10, chat. How does this card work when you... Let's just get another draw card. Having 2 draw cards isn't the worst. Oh, this guy's the fucking worst. I hate this guy. He is absolutely the worst. Let's do this, and then let's drink this potion. And unfortunately, it did not play to our strengths. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, this was a bad pull. Let's do that. And then end our turn. All right. Let's do this. Oh, this hunter guy's tough. It's a really bad pull for many reasons, but he just does a shit ton of damage and is just hard to beat. But maybe we'll get lucky. Or we'll just waste 2 energy like that. That's alright. Damn. I thought this build would work, but then we ran into the freight train called the hunter fucking creature who is not willing or able to deal with our bullshit, or wanting to deal with our bullshit. Let's play this, and then that, and then he turtles up for some reason. We'll block. Damage. Let's drink a potion. Damage some again. Not bad. Let's get our blade out and see. Nearly kill him. Damn. And then we die. No, we almost die. Okay. Well, you know. Why did I take that card? How do we keep drawing this in our hand every first try? I mean, if we get to... Well, we already got to Act 2, so unfortunately... we didn't get the upgrade. But maybe we'll get him next time around. We'll see. Let's do that and enter. Block, block. Drink. Everybody loses strength. Weaken this guy. Survive by 1 point of health. Huge. Yeah, we're fucked. All right, let's give our boy... let's give our boy his total, his situation. Community roles management, and we go add new, and then we go to I think, is there 11 at the end of? Yeah, there is. And we'll give you your VIP. Save. Bliss, please speak, as you are now technically at VIP. Unless your badge is, for some reason, blocking it. I'm technically a VIP? Yeah, technically. Yeah, we're gonna put a technicality. No, you are VIP. Let me grab something to munch on and then I'll be right back. You use loaded dice, I know it. You use loaded dice, and that's how we got here. All right. So sorry, this has been...
Naughty VIP, sometimes running his mouth with love.
Yes. Oh no, his face is being blocked. Shit. We gotta fix that. Exactly. All right. It's simple as win. All we got to do is win. Add poison or lose 2 HP and deal 5 damage. Deal 9 damage, gain 1 focus. I don't like those cards, but add 3 vuln, exhaust, deal 10 damage. Vulnerable and weak are now twice as effective. I do like that. I do like this too. Hey boys, how's Slaying the Spire going? Poorly, but I'm still enjoying myself, even if it's poorly going. Man, this is a tough one. Okay. Yeah, 3 fights in a row and then a question mark, or 2 question marks, and maybe let's do this. So it's not automatically given a 4 parts. Regent's my favorite because there's just a lot more nuance with the cards now. He just gets, I assume it's a he. Can't believe I just assumed the Regent's gender like that, guys. Am I canceled? Probably. He just has like more nuance that I like. Whereas Silent, I just felt like all I did was poison and try to shiv my way to the top. Whereas this is like, there's more cards that have more interesting like attacks and stuff. Ooh, that's good. 1 or 3 random, choose 1 of 3 random attacks from your hand into your hand. It's free to play this turn. I love free to play cards, but what's this one though? Retain your hand on the first turn of combat. Let's see if we can get this guy, and then we can get both. Actually, huge. Let's go this way. Let's take these boys out. Oh, that's actually huge. Just murder one of them. This one's murdered. That one's murdered. All right. Reflect. Let's go smith, and then let's smith into splash being upgraded, or this one does 12, and then for the next 3 turns. Ooh, free cards that are upgraded seems better for now. I'd rather heal, to be honest. Having a card that does more defense or attack is not really worth it. Let's do this. Add Vuln. And then we'll block. And then we kill him? Question mark? Nearly kill him. More stars is always nice. Rest. So this makes the most sense, I think. Well, that's unfortunate, but let's see what the free card is we get. Deal 14 damage, draw 2 cards. Whenever you create a status, reduce the card this. Deal 8 damage, deal 6 damage, deal 4 additional damage for each card created. This one's better in our short term. All right, can we math this? Let's do that. Now that one's dead. Okay. Okay. Fuck. We only have 2 energy left. So why don't we do that, and then I mean, we could use a potion, but I don't think that really makes sense. All right, he foamed on us. I don't like when they foam on us, but I think he's dead nonetheless. God, every time with the coral creature. Game hates me, chat. They always want the coral creature to coralize me. Whatever. His hips, he's got too much hip movement. God forbid paradox coral creature event in CK3. Dude, that would be terrible if they actually added a random coral creature in just to fuck with me. I've been thinking about this run that I want to do for a while, but I don't think it's possible. Oh, damn, that would be so nice, but where you play as Barbarossa and you try to drown him, but the drowning events are only able to happen when you do certain things. I would like to see a good end game crisis CK3 like World War Z. I mean the Mongols are a good end game crisis. The hard thing about end game crises is like, depending on your player's like abilities, like it can be very challenging to make something that isn't so impossible to. Really, what I wish you could do is make the CK3 harder by making the AI concentrate on certain things. Like maybe if I could click a couple boxes to be like, make the AI smarter in these ways at certain times would be kind of fun. I don't know if that's like even remotely possible with how the game is set up, but it'd be kind of fun to be like, all of a sudden the AI gets really smart in a couple ways. Gunk him up or do 21 damage. All right. You know, it might be depending on how the knobs you are thinking of tweaking with the AI. Like the AI typically never tries to kill you or befriends you or spy master or kill family. Yeah, only when you're in a blood feud do they start getting smarter in that regard. But even then, they're kind of just like, hey, what's up? We'll use the energy. Let's hit him with a reflect. And then that. Let's do this and see if we can, next turn, get away with something. Show me something. Show me something, as they say. Windius, ethereal, 17 damage, sure. And back on our bullshit. Are we getting enough stars for that? I don't think so, to be honest. Unless adding a new mechanic like how some mods add painful realistic mechanics that take away player information, personal don't find that fun. No, yeah, especially because that's kind of like what we rely on as players. I don't think that would make it that more interesting. Deal 13 damage, reduce this card cost 0. Deals 6 damage to all enemies twice. Deal 11 damage. Deal 5 additional damage for each card discarded this turn. Good thing I didn't discard any cards. Let's do this one because it's gonna give us free shit in the future. I wish we had Vuln, but we don't have Vuln. Most unvulnerable. Vuln. My favorite playthrough was when I played as Harold Fine Hair and wanted to unite Norway. I had Yorn Ironsides, Snake in the Eye, his random Simpy King, all because conquerors with Scourge of God. Surrounded me completely, only conquerors. Damn. That sounds fucking rough. Deal 30 damage, permanently increase this card's damage by 5. Exhauster hand. Let's do this. Let's put this one back, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this. Darn, I thought that was gonna kill him. I love the anticipation of going on your live to see you CK3 or a random other game. I mean, we like to play the random other games. I mean, the amount of CK3 we play, sometimes we need a break. Sometimes, chat. To be honest with y'all, we need a break. Especially because, like, I love CK3. I'll play it till the cows come home. But at the same time, it's like, especially in these droughts of no content coming out. At the start of your turn, draw one additional card. Ooh, I do like having more cards. Or you may sacrifice a card rewards every 2 cards obtained. I like that one better. So we get more relics. Market into another market. Or this might be better. Yeah. Okay, let's draw some cards and see what we get. Let's turn that one back. Let's put reflect on. Let's hit this guy with that. Is my pocket vibrating? It might be. It's not. Let's drink this potion. We don't have any energy. That was a mistake. Okay. Hit them with that. Let us do that. And then let's do damage. All right. I'm curious to see what the economy rework is going to do. I don't really want to talk about it too much because they told us what it was going to do when I was in Stockholm earlier this year. So I don't want to spoil anything, but I remember it being interesting. And I'll leave it at that before I pull a Tom Holland and say, oh, this is exactly what happened. Let's do that. A shit-eating grin. It is a shit-eating grin. But I also don't want to break an NDA. I don't think Paradox is that strict with their NDAs, but at the same time, your boy ain't trying to be the one who breaks the NDA. If we do this, then we do that, then we get that. Okay, knocked his ass out. Nice. Let's put this back and then go like that, and then I have been in Stockholm for a few years. Let's sacrifice a card. We got the beads. We got the anal beads. Love the anal beads, chat. My bunghole has never been more cleansed. This is huge, actually. And then we'll hit him for 45. Nice. Haven't. I thought so. I thought you were saying haven't, because I think when I was talking about it, you were like, oh, I haven't been there in a minute. Deal 14 damage. 24 exhaust one random card, or deal... How much damage does this do? I think we need a block. Fuck, this would have been a good card, but I think the blocking is more important, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, it stays in your hand. That's nice. Let's do that. And... fuck. Let's do that. And then we'll... block. Stockholm's nice. I mean, my time there was good. I would also say the thing about Stockholm that surprised me the most was it's a nice city, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's one of those cities that I would see myself living in. I'd see myself living there, but traveling there was just fine. We gotta kill this guy. That was a lot. We lost half our health in that one. Tough. All right, let's get this. Let's hope we can get some. That's a good one. And Calamity's fun, but I just don't think we have the energy draw for it. Let's go ahead and get a bottle potion for now. How was your stay? Did you like the tap water? It was fine. Am I supposed to like the tap water? I mostly just hung out near like the nicer like suburb area. We went and saw the Vasa, which was kind of fun, I guess. For those who don't know, the Vasa is this ship that's sunk in like the 1600s. And then the emperor or the king never financially recovered from it. I actually think he financially recovered just fine from it, but you know, you gotta make the jokes. Take the 2 damage so that we can do 9. I think the hard thing also about traveling abroad as an American is that the food is shite. I think unless you're in like a fancy city like Paris, London, probably Rome, a lot of the food is just so mid. And that might just be me, if highfalutin American, having bad opinions. But I also live in a city whose food is like consistently known for how good it is. I didn't realize that the multiplier worked like that. But it's alright. Let's do that. Let's do this. And damn, we'll take the 8 damage, I guess. Perfect setup for that one. Fruit juice. Drink that shit. Yum, yum, yum. Do you want sword sage? No, sacrifice them. clumsy. Sweden isn't known for culinary mastery. I mean, true, but it was like I wouldn't say it was a food desert out here, but it felt like a food desert. The hard thing about these guys is no matter what you do is you only can do 9 damage to them. So let's hit this guy who's not doing any damage to us. And then let's hit that. And then this. I ordered a cheeseburger at a restaurant in the US of A. I got 2 cheeseburgers with the American flag. Nice. And they were massive. What is this game? It's called Your Mother. No, it's called... Why did I say that? That was mean. We don't need to be mean. We don't need to be malicious. It's called Slay the Spire. It is a deck building game where I'm slowly trying to build a deck that is better. But there is one combo that they make well is caviar and potato chips. Never really been a caviar person. Maybe that's my moral failings, is that I'm not a caviar person, but it just never had a hankering for it for some reason. All right, we got to take these 2 guys out because they're going to be the biggest pains in my ass. Have you ever tried beans on toast? I mean, yeah, it's called tostada. I've had beans on a quesadilla, and that shit fucking rips. Whereas beans on toast is so bad. Weirdly good combination. Good to know. Lose 300 gold. Are we going to a market soon? I thought I was. No, we're not though. Let's 200 gold for the lizard tail, or obtain 3 random relics after 5 combats. Are we gonna survive for that? Sure. 5 relics or 3 relics is pretty good. Let's snooze this. We might be cooked on this guy, to be honest, because I don't really have any AoE other than that one. That being said, we'll see how this goes. The weak on the beginning is really nice. Here's that AoE I was discussing. So now they aren't doing any damage, which is good. We can wall up one of them, but remember we got into that issue of if we wall up one of them and don't wall up the other ones correctly, we're gonna be in trouble. So let's hit this one, and then we'll hit that one. All right, so they're all at like 22. Okay. We have 4 energy to work with, which is good, except for we're weak. Let's try to kill this one because he's gonna do the most, but we can't actually kill him. Right? 4, 8. No, we can. It's 12. Fuck. Block. That's weak actually really fucking dampened my day. All right. Beans and toast is an integral part of English breakfast. Can you form Rome as Poland in this game? I cannot, unfortunately. Fortunately and unfortunately, no Roman situations happening here. Let's do that. Let's pull this. Let us play this next. I probably should have had that reflect on. We should probably have pulled the cards first. We can kill this guy. I think that makes the most sense, so that we take 1 less damage and then we take 18 damage. If there is not is there John of Ulster in the game? Love your CK3 videos. Carson, thank you very much. John of Ulster content is so silly. Fuck these dudes. Again, with their fucking behavior. Damn. Let's glimmer and see what we get. Let's put this on top. Let's do this. Let's do that. Man, I don't think I can do 10 ascensions in a row. It's just not possible. Maybe we just got to go back to the drawing board and say we can only do 2 ascensions at a time, and then take a break and then come back, because my brain is cooked after a little bit, I feel like. Okay. 3 o'clock. All right, let's try to get through at least 2 ascensions, and then we'll call it for today, and then we'll do it again. Guess who may have sprained their wrist for the 4th time? What is your party people? What is your party people? Was it you, Silver? Did you sprain your wrist potentially? Because that would be tough. Start. Obtain a rare card. Was it your dominant hand or your non-dominant hand? Same one 4 times. That's not good. How are you going to do all the things you need to be doing with those hands if those hands don't work? You know? Non-dominant. I mean, that's at least a blessing of some sort. God, 4 damage shy. That's so annoying. Oh. Should have believed. How many people? I've only sprayed my dominant once. How'd you sprain it? Jorking it too much? We're gonna run an ad. Or watching on Twitch? Good question. 10. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Let's take the hit. Get the money. Keep it rolling. Apply that. That's tough. That is really tough to get that right off the rip like that. 1, 2. 4 times spraying the same hand. Is that in what time period? Yeah, let's hear more about this spraining. Let's go big sword this time. We haven't done a big sword run this time yet. This is quite annoying. Let's forge our blade. And let us see. We can do 25 damage to this guy, which does not kill him, but it gets close. We're gonna eat the 4 damage. I think that's fine. All right, next turn he dies. So then he reduces this little damage thing he does to us. So he's dead. That's good. We'll forge our blade. Block. And then we'll do that. Cool. Nice. I like that skill. That skill is really nice. Let's apply more vulnerable. I want to smithy that one. So we do 11 damage every time we place multiple skills, which is huge. All right. So first things first, let's do 1 skill. And then we'll apply this. And then we'll do 9 damage. And then we'll do 21 damage. And then should have played this first. Well, that's fine. Know thy place goes down first. Block. It's every time you play a skill, 3 skills in a turn, put this in your hand. So we need a card that we can play multiple times a turn. 1, 2. All right. Can we do 60 damage here? Probably not, but we can block at least. Let's do this. This is 20 damage. It's not quite what we want. Let's block a little bit more. Let's do 7 damage. All right. Did not block, pick up the cards I want to get. 19 damage. Five block isn't really changing the day. 22 damage. Damn. Quite a hit there, but we got to kill him right here, right now. We can do block, 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 this, kill him. Okay. Hegemony. Let's do this. Hopefully we get the anal beads. No, it's the Gorget. Gorznetsky. I don't want to lose any health, so we're not gonna do that one. No, that's a good one to get. Let's do this. Okay, let's do that, and let's do this, and then that. Cool. Block, block, block. Attack, attack, attack. Can you die for losing HP on those choices? I don't think so. I think the game actually prevents you from doing it. In multiplayer, it might be a different story, but in single player, they definitely are like, no buds. It reds out the option for you. So it's like, you can't do that, bud. Does this make it free as well as the star? Sometimes they code it in a certain way. It does. Oh, huge. Let us see what card we draw. Put a skill from your draw pile into your hand. Sure. Let's put this one. Let's do that. We probably can kill this guy, and we kill that guy, and then we get close to killing this guy. And then we'll use our blade next time around. Blade him. I don't like any of those cards. All right. Rest cuck alert. It's me, the rest cuckler. Let's do this. And let's just do that. And then we'll do... Fuck! I forgot it's... I do that every time. So he has this thing called slippery. So whatever you do, he only does... You only do a small amount of damage to him. So really what you want to do for this guy is just play cards that are going to do not that much damage or are cheap to play. So that I played a really high damage card right there, which I shouldn't have because it was useless, which is tough. Let's drink this potion. It's going to apply Vuln. Let's hit him with this, and then we can start cooking a little bit. Block, damage. Okay. All right, so we got through his things. Now we can be a little bit more proactive. Let's shoot him lasers so we have more energy next turn. At least we can now use that high damage card again. Huge. I think we're good. 50 more damage, as long as he's not about to do a crazy amount. Play 3 cards from your discard pile. I like all my options with these discard cards, so let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I wish that order had been slightly different. Had that order been slightly different, he's dead, but I think we win nonetheless. Cool. This card is really sick if you can make it work with another skill. Unfortunately, there's no zero cost skills that we have that are really good. Like this one's a nice zero cost skill, but like nerd. You're a nerd. Fuck out of here. Let us get upon pickup upgrade 6 cards or transform this 1 card. Upgrading 6 cards would be much better. Oh, I didn't get to choose the cards. Well, that's fine. No, that puts us on a bad path. 2 markets is tough. But I think that's the better option. We don't have the beads anyways. Okay. Let's take the stars. Having the stars is nice. I actually don't really care for that card. So if we lose this card, it's totally fine. Copium. You know. Copium. Copium. Damn. I mean, this card kind of works if we get a couple skill cards that can be played over and over again. If you do not play an attack card, that's never happening. The first time each combat you exhaust a skill, add a copy of it to your hand. Whenever you enter this, heal for 5. I think that's a good card. I like this card, and I like this card. Let's go here. These fucking assholes. Let's get our free draw. If you have no attack cards, unfortunately we have several. Let's do that. And let's kill that guy. And play that skill, even though it doesn't do anything. Let's play this skill. Let's play this skill. And we can play this attack. And then draw another skill. And it kills him. Good. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. None of those cards, please. Thank you. Market time. Vamos al mercado. Vamos al mercado. ¿Qué van a tener? No. Vamos al mercado. Vamos al mercado. Vamos al mercado. Espero que tienen algo bien. How much damage can we do? That's huge. It's a big pull. This guy can die now, which is good. And then we can nearly kill that one. Cool. Another one of these? I really do like that card. Should we heat an elite now? Or should we go to an easy guy? Let's do the elite. I believe in us. I believe in us. Unfortunately, those are a lot of fucking dazes. Hopefully my hand doesn't just become dazes. There's a high likely chance it will, but you know. We shall see. Put a attack card from your draw pile into your hand. Sure. Let's do that one. Fuck, there's so many cards in my hands. Let's play this. And then deal 5 damage, draw a card. Then let's do 16 more damage. Can we kill him? Probably not. We're close. Let's just block. We can kill him next turn, unless I draw all dazes. No, we're good. Actually, we have, we're good. Nope. So I think for this deck right now, what we're going for is the, make cards good. Ooh, another mana. What? How many of those do we have now? We have like 3 of them. Manifest authority, manifest authority, manifest authority. How many authorities have we manifested? All of the authority. Let's do this. Let's smith another manifest authority so we can have 2 of those that are giving us upgraded versions. Do we want to fight an elite? Not just yet. I think we go with this guy, and then we'll deal with them next time. Hegemon, this bad boy, that. Deck doesn't have a lot of AoE, which is, I think, fine for now, but skill, damage. I probably should have played this and then he would be dead, but we'll see. Let's play this. Ooh. This is the hard... Particle Wall kind of defeats Relentlessness, because it just won't allow you to play multiple cards over and over again, but that's fine. Is this more damage? 12? Do this. Unfortunately. That's fine. I think we block enough. Manifest that authority. Manifest the authority. Darn. Alright, he's dead now. Cool. Let's do Crescent. Why not? Gain gold or... Gain go? Gain gold or that? I think we could do this. This guy fucking sucks! Gain the taint. Gain the taint. Gain the taint. Drink this. Play this card several times. Then, yeah. It's a decent first turn. Thankfully, the taint goes away after one thing. Do 2 energy next turn. I feel like he blocks for too much. Yeah, this one's a bad one. Fuck, this was a bad draw. If you exhausted 3 or more, we haven't. See if we can get away with something here. I don't think we can. And I think it's going to go poorly, but let's see what we can do. Maybe we can get away with something right here. We might be cooked, chat. Oh no. Let's see if we can draw something. Oh, fuck. We're short by 1. We're short by 3 points. Only did 10 damage, but that's all right. This is not all right though. Okay, there we go. Woof. Razor's edge right there, chat. That was a razor's edge kind of situation where we could have gone really bad. Remove 2 strikes. Oh, not that one. No, these 2. Thank you. Let's smith another. Authority of manifesting. All of our authorities are now manifesting upgraded cards. That's good. least when we die now, we'll come back to life. At the end of turn, draw 1 fewer cards. It's fine. Especially if we're manifesting enough authority. Damn. Guy's doing a fuck ton of damage. It's fine for now because we're in a situation where we'll be alright. Let's do this. Let's do that. Deals 3 strengths. Deal 3 additional damage for the deal 5 damage for each previous spent this turn. I think this one makes more sense because if we do it right, we get some stuff. That's what we wanted. That into that. All right. The time we need it, Relentless doesn't show up for us. That's tough. At the end of turn, do more damage, which is fine. Set up that. And then 18. Next turn is going to be a big turn, hopefully. Hopefully. Let's manifest. Let's draw some cards. Let us manifest another card. Let's hit that. Let's hit this. Let's do that. This is gonna put us in our hand. It is. Fuck. Let's do this. Let's do the block. Damn, I almost had it lined up. Let's play volley, and then that's it. Okay. What do we got? Not enough cards to do all the damage I need to do. Fuck. That's great. We might be dead if we don't play particle wall. And then damage, damage. Damage. So we need to do 41 damage next turn. Can I play this? Yeah, it's huge. Now we only need to do 30. We're good. Now we just need to do 60 damage. Let's do this. 19. Let's do that. Let's block. Let's block again. Let's block for a third time. All right, we got to kill him. Do or die. Here we go. Aussie deals 3 damage. Deal 9 damage. Increases card damage. Deal 1 damage. 1 additional for each card drawn this combat. Does this count? It does. We win. Woo! Transform any number of cards to this, or we do this. Win. Yeah, except for we're barely winning. This is Ascension 1. Fucking bullshit. All right. At the start of each combat, add 1 to 5 cards to your hand. Retain the chosen cards. Sure. Fuck me up. Let's do this. I would like that card. Let us do attack, attack, and then draw a card. Get an authority. Put every rare card from your draw pile into your hand. Oh wow, that's a really good card, especially for Might Mass. I'm a crow. Respect my authority. I'm the crow. Let's see this one. Nice, nice. Crescent. Volley. This is a really good card, but because of particle bullshit, we are never able to make it come to use. So, really, is it worth using? You know? We win. Whew! I'm left and I'm right. If you play 5 or more cards in a turn, to draw 2 cards to the start of your next turn? Sure. Let's add more cards to this fucking card shit show. Jackpot! Do we want jackpot? I think we want jackpot. We always want jackpot. The start of combat, do this. Start each elite combat with 2 strength. I think we need to get rid of... Though I hate to say it, where's that fuck-ass card? This one. Devastate. It's just not working with what we're doing right now. So I think for our long-term health, we'll go into debt. Well, that sucks that I clicked that. Ooh, Big Bang. I love Big Bang. Let's create a deck. Power. 2 strength, 2 decks. Sounds great. Let's do another one. Ah. Our luck has run out. Genesis? But we're gonna hit this guy with that. Let's do this. Okay. That's fine. Cannot manifest a card to save my goddamn life. Let's get. Let's do this. Smith to get jackpot upgraded and make him 0 cost cards. And then we can probably not do double elite. Triple elite. I don't think we're good enough for that. Let's do the 0 cost card. See if we can know thy place. And hit him with a jackpot. Big Bang! Then we play that. Play Radiant. And then we play this. And then we play that. And then we play this. And then we play this. And then we play this. Probably could have played that 2 more times, but... Big Bang. Play this. Play this. Play this. Play that. Play that. Play this. Play this. Play this. And then play that. And play that. And play this. I mean, none of these work, really. We already have too many cards in our deck. Should we rest or shall we smith? Shall I smith or should I smith? Yeah, we'll smith some smiths. Alright, this guy sucks. Play this. This. Can I add Vuln? I don't think I can. This. This. He's gonna do a lot of damage to me. Let's drink this. That's not going to change anything. That. I think we're just going to have to take this one on the chin. That. All right, here we go. Manifesting all of those cards like I wanted 2 turns ago, or last turn. Let's hit him with the boulders. Vigor. That. And that. Hits us with burn. That into block. Into damn. Big bang. Dex. Block. Damage. That. Block. Okay. Yeah. Nice. So that works if we make it work, you know? The deck is there, but we gotta do a lot of the right things to make it work. Let's do this. Do that. Let's block. Can't block anymore, or we can block some more. That, and this does 11, and then this does 14, so we'll do this one. And then we'll do this. What is this? Every time you play 4, gain 1. I see. Big bang into this. Into, probably should have played that first. To play that, and to play this. Golden hammer, or golden axe. 15, 30 damage, huge. Lose some money that we don't need. I don't know if we can ever do 10 ascensions in one sitting. I think we can do 2 or 3, because at this point, it's like what happens is my brain gets too clogged up with all the cards that I've already played, and then we're like, it's just tough. Let's do Crescent. Big Bang. This. That. OC deals 30 damage. Deal 6 additional damage for all your other OC attacks. I don't have an OST, so we can't really use that. Let's do this, and then that. And then this. 22 damage. 12 damage. Or 18 damage. 22 damage. We don't need to defend, so let's just hit him. He summoned some homies, that's fine. We should be able to take him out. As long as we get the... No, let's rest. Big bang. Probably playing too many cards. This guy is not our friend when it comes to card play. Because he gives us a wither. Really comes down to how well you can execute on your deck. Let's do that. I mean, as long as we can outblock it, we're good. But we're not going to always be able to outblock it. Damn, that's tough. Wish we could have done that one, but... let's do that, and let's do that. And we'll block once. And we'll do that. And as long as you don't get a fuck ton of cards of wither to hands, then you're good. And he blocks for a bunch. Darn. 30. I have too many cards. I know I have too many cards. Let's put this away. I don't want to draw any more cards. The game just keeps wanting me to draw cards, and I don't want to draw any more cards. Let's apply that. Let's do that. Just keep drawing more cards. Why don't you draw more cards, Kevin? I know, your hand's full. I misplayed. All right. Thankfully, we are able to die. So if we take a bunch of damage, it's fine. Things will work out still. All right. 58 damage. Don't draw all those cards, unfortunately. We can block. Get some more energy. Do that. Block again. We just keep drawing withers. That's not what we want. Play 3 random attacks from discard. And then we win. Cool. Control, no. Controls. Split. Okay. All right, we'll probably do one more and then we'll call it for today. We only got to Ascension 2, which is not great, but we could also just take a quick break. Think about ourselves. Think about what we're doing with our lives. What were we doing with our lives? Not playing well, that's for sure. Thank you to everybody who's been watching this stream thus far. I hope you've been enjoying it. If you have, please consider watching the video we have pinned. It would be a very helpful thing for me. Gain 2 energy, add a void into your discard pile. Gain 5 block, apply doom to all enemies. Okay. What's the other one's got? Draw 3 cards. Deal 27 damage, retain. 27 damage for that is not worth it. And draw 3 cards for 1 is not worth it either. I'm gonna be fully honest with you guys. I don't like those. So we're gonna restart right there. Okay. Meal ticket's not a bad one. Okay. Block, block, attack. What about block, attack, attack? Now we gotta pretend like I'm wiping all those cards out of my brain. I don't have any cards anymore, Kevin. There's no such things as cards. We don't have a single card. Don't you do it. No cards to be had, Kevin. Wow, this is a rough seed. Essentially 4 fights and then an elite. God damn. All right, well, fuck me. Gain 1 strength. All enemies lose 1 strength. Forge a Sovereign Blade deals double damage. I think we might be Sovereign Blading. Ooh, the Mushy. Mr. Mushy himself. 75 is quite a bit of damage we have to get through, but we'll see. Maybe we get lucky. We can forge and deal 13. Let's drink and drink. Block. And then block. Next turn, hopefully we get our Sovereign Blade. Maybe not. 12 and we're good. Okay. Worked out. 2 crescents is excessive. Heal and upgrade a card in your deck. Falling Star is nice, but Crescent Spear is nicer, I think. This one's a tough one for us, I think. Big Blade Regent is too hard to pull off. Not too hard to pull off. It's just so the biggest difference is that you have to have a small draw pile, because Sovereign Blade, then once it gets summoned, it's in your deck as a normal card. So it just takes a while for it to come back through. Whereas like if you're building everything up for Big Sword to come through, it can somehow slow down the pacing of your deck significantly. But when it does come through, it can hit pretty fucking hard. That's like the really big payoff, is that yes, sometimes it's not great, but those sometimes when it is great, it's fucking bussin', you know? Should we use 2 cards? That 1 card could do the business? Probably not. All right. Let us do... I wish this would last longer. And it's vulnerable to fatigue, dazed monsters. Yeah, so like this guy is giving me a bunch of infection cards. So right now it's like I might not see this for another 3 hands. So do I use it right now? Which it would be good because I have 2 energy and it would nearly kill one of these 2 guys. Or do I just block and then forge for later? And then it most definitely can kill someone. The nice thing is that there are some cards that lets you have like multiple Sovereign Blades, so that's a nice thing. Let's just get rid of that. All right, my whole hand's gonna be infections. Nearly. This is a bad person to fight on my, because we don't have any AoE. So it's like we're just getting pounded. No AoE, no nothing. And they're starting to do way more damage. Let's do that. And let's see what we draw. It's more this. And we're probably dead here. Yeah, that was tough. I mean, that was going to be a tough hill to climb. 4 combats in a row, no campfires, no nothing. We were never going to make that work unless I had drawn some better cards. All right, let's see. Upon pickup, get more gold. We could go to the market. I would like to go to the market. Boys want to be shopping, do they not? Do they not want to be shopping, chat? We can just kill this one. Kill him. Sleep with this one and marry this last guy. You know. I can take 3 damage. Get those out of our fucking deck. Let's block. And then he's dead next turn. As long as we pull the right cards. And we did. Not pull the right cards. These guys are fun because they just spit on you. You're at a huge disadvantage if you can't play Claw with Regent. I mean, Maul is kind of like a Claw with Regent. Are you trying to make a joke on purpose, or are you not making a joke? I can't tell. If you end your turn with at least 10 block, deal damage to a random enemy. That's pretty good. To start your turn, transform a card. I don't think we want that. Transform a thing. Remove a thing. I think we do this. So we get particle wall at the beginning. Block. That. Oh, do we do Quasar? Let's see what we get. Ooh, I do like them Quasars. I do like them Quasars. And then we can do both. We do a little bit of everything there. Nice. Quasar again. Quasar D's nuts. Quasar C. Cool. Kingly Kick. Sure. We can get away with a Kingly Kick. Spoils? Nice. Do we Kingly Kick? Let's Quasar into something. Ooh. Let's see what the random colorless card is. 27 damage. Is it worth it? Then we only have to do 12, which I think we can do. Mathematically, I've done it. Yeah, I was joking. Lamau, I didn't cave. Claw is meta. So Claw is really cool. Unfortunately, you can't get him. You can only get him as defect, unless you pull it from like a super cool deck. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen very often. Let's apply more weak. Let's block. Let's block again. And then let's hope for that. The having 10 block is kind of sick because just getting free attacks is nice. Put a skill from your draw pile into your hand. Well, there is no skills. For now, let's do this. Let's block again, block again. Let's draw. And then end our turn. So that next time we pull... oh, well, that's rude. Strikes costing a 2 is... it's fucking tough. That's tough. I should have just done the damage. This is what I was hoping for, but... Hidden cash. Some cachet. Let's rest. Do we take the fight? I think I take the fight later. Are there any OP items that are always really good? Ice cream. Ice cream is my favorite relic because every time you don't overuse, if you have leftover energy, it gets used to the next turn. So you can stack a bunch of energy. So no energy ever goes to waste. It's a really nice little tidbit. There's other couple ones that it synergize really well with certain things. You just need to kill him. What am I doing? Just kill him, Kevin. Know Thy Place hasn't been that great. Let's do the thing. Let's see this. Ooh, at the start of turn 7, deal 52 damage. So we just have to live till turn 7, which works with bosses. Let's Quasar into... Vigor at the start of your turn, getting more of that would be nice. And then we block. Get 6 damage. I don't know. We might be in trouble with this guy. This guy might have our number. But we shall see here. Okay, we can do 31 damage. Or we could block twice and do 12 damage plus 6. Like I said, this guy might have our number. As long as we're blocking a little bit, though. Play this, that, block, that. Yeah, this was a poor Poorly done by yours truly. Probably should have executed that sooner. Ooh, manifest authority. At least we can rest. Rest cook. Gorge. The gorget. Ugh. Maybe we just have to kill him quickly so he doesn't infect us too much. Wow, having it two of these is kind of funny. All we have is attack cards, so that doesn't make sense. Let's drink this, see what we get. This is free. Actually, this works out perfectly. Huge. Okay. Got away out of that one. Somebody takes some random damage, which is nice. See if we can do this and then that. Hopefully that guy dies. He does. That's a huge... I wonder if random is truly random in this game. Let's do this. Quasar. We don't have any block happening. Exhaust your hand. Draw until your hand is full. Why don't we do the block? Do this. And then get some extra blocks next turn. Why did everybody just take damage? Ah, because we played 5 cards. Alright, turn 5. Here we come. We can nearly kill this guy. Hopefully we randomly do that. Wow, that's really lucky done. The random has worked out a couple times. Let's kill that one, and that one's done. Alright, much better. I want decisions, but I don't think we're getting enough stars. The only thing that produces stars right now is this. So Stardust makes more sense. It's just a card to use. Guess we have to res cook. Alright, we start with doing at least some damage. And then we can do more damage. Quasar. That's a good card to have. Let's do this. Block. And then we should take out his little minions before they take us out. Let's do this. I'm left and I'm right and I'm left and I'm right. Let's see how this works out. Ah, not so bad. Not so bad. Cool. Let's block, and energy for now. Let's do Quasar. Ooh, we have whatchamacallit, so we can't actually do that. This might work out though. Damage, draw. I'd rather block, so we do the random 6. This person's probably like, why are you in my house? And then that's it. They're probably like joking about being in their house. It cannot be. All right, can we get through this fight? We'll hope. Let's do that. Weaken him, manifest, block some more. Unfortunately, it's not 10. Now he's weakening us. Stardust. Unfortunately, we don't have anything for that. This, and then that, and then that. Let's do that, and then 9. Play this card anyways. All right, we got through it. Genesis is a huge card because it's gonna give us more stuff. I like more block than anything, so we're gonna do Piles Legion. Is there a market after this? There is, and then we have to go all the way left. Let's go this way. Let's hit this guy with this, and then we'll hit him with that, and then we can hit him with that, and we almost kill him. Darn. Turn 7 incoming for free damage? Yeah. Would have been smart, but it's fine. Let's see what we get. Gain 10 block and some vigor? No. Ooh, do you want the beads? And having extra energy every 3 turns is nice. That's a good relic. Other questions? Let's transform one of our cards. Let's transform, to be honest, one of our strikes. Hopefully it's something good. I mean, it's a free strike essentially right there. Let's Quasar actually. Ooh. Hide. I can't do 25 damage on, well, apply weak, and then hopefully we get this right. Close enough. Cool. Alrighty. Smithing. Genesis gives us 3 stars at the beginning. Let's just rest. Okay. We'll do this. So they all are weakened or pretty heavily already. Splash is a good one. There's only 2 skills in my hand. Deal 3 lightning damage, trigger all lightning against enemy. I don't have any lightning, so that doesn't make any sense. Kill that guy. Kill that guy. And let's do that. One of these guys will almost die. Cool. So now we have 2 stars coming in per turn. That's going to be great. That guy dies. That guy dies. More stars, please. Let's just throw a rock at this guy. Perfect. Almost like I planned it that way. Let's get the money, and we'll get the relic. It's an interesting relic. At the start of your turn, everything gets upgraded. Let's do that. Let's hit that guy. That's a fine use of our stuff. Then this guy isn't gonna wake up for a little bit. We're gonna be weakened for 1 turn. We will block, and then we'll vigor, and that. Let's do 6 damage, hopefully, to this guy. Let's block again twice and do 10 damage to that one, and then maybe. Okay, so now he's awakened. We can block for 10, get Genesis, and then hit him for 19 on that. Nice. I think we win. Yeah. Next 2 turn, put 2 cards from your draw pile into your hand. I don't think that's worth it. Glow may not be this, makes sense either. Smith, Genesis, more stars would be nice. Question mark. Get a colorless card. I like the bomb because it blows up. Okay, bomb into this, into block. So we do 6 damage. Let's do this. Let's do that. See what we get. Nothing good. Let's apply that. Let's do this. It's Genesis. Unfortunately, whenever you shuffle your... Choose a card from your... Put in... Yeah, okay, whatever. We can do that. We got exactly 10, which is nice. Alrighty. Gotta kill them before they kill us. That's the game, right? Fortunately, we don't have any block. We can take out one of these guys. Let's do this for now. And then just do a bunch of damage there. And then hope that we do the right damage. And we did not, unfortunately. Oh, the bomb. I forgot about the bomb. Chat. Good thing I hid that for myself. I want this. I don't want any of those. Palm, pick up random breweries. At the start of each combat, add a random card into your hand. It's free to play this turn. I like that. And then let's remove Clumsy. We're about to go fight the boss. Let's get that. To be honest, I don't really like that potion, so we'll get rid of that potion. And let's play that one. Add. Let's rest. Okay. Can we beat the Knowledge Beast? I feel like he's been kicking our ass lately. Let's do this. Drink. Let's do this. Let's drink this. Let's do this. That's actually huge. Let's do this. So now our double to all, but that actually... that's right. We're not a to all situation. Can I do this too? Okay. Blocking again wouldn't make sense, but let's do that. And let's call it there. All right, so now draw one fewer cards. That's okay. We'll block. And we'll do the bomb. Debris. This. And I think we drink so that we can do that. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Let's draw that. That's a lot of damage he's about to do to us, but that's okay. Do that. Manifest. Splash. Deal damage equal to the enemy's doom. He doesn't have any doom. Add a slime into your discard pile. Let's do that. And then let us do that. Okay. Turn 4. Okay. Things are going cool. Things alright. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's apply that. Let's get that. And then let's just exhaust that. Unfortunately, we're shy by 1 on that. Let's start taking the damage because I don't think we can deal with that. Don't need 2 Sovereign Blades, to be honest. Block. All right. The bomb. Then we need to block, and then we need to do this. Unfortunately, we could have played the bomb twice. So 2 turns. Let's play this, see what we get. Deals 14 damage. Put all 0 cost cards there. Sure. Let's apply that. 40 damage. Quasars. Let's do this. And that should be it. The bomb next turn kills him, I think, if we play this right. Oh, it doesn't matter. We win. Whew. Came close. Came real close. Sure. Do we have still a lot of money? We could go No, I don't like that. What about double? That seems like a lot. But all right. Oh, gotta go here. Psi or transform 6 cards into claws. This one, this one, this one. This one. And I mean, to be honest, that one too. And then if we're really being honest, I don't need a 4-cost card. Back up. Stardust works if we get everything online. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. All right, let's see if the malls work. If we get the mauling, whenever you add its hack card to your upgrade it. So all those cards get upgraded. Oh baby, okay. We might have this one in the bag. We'll see. I can still fumble the bag on this one, but let's just say we possibly can win this. Quasar. And then kill that guy. And then play a random card. Alright, so the mauls do an interesting thing. Every time you play them, they gain in strength. So the longer we have the mauls, the more we want, the more damage we'll be doing. Which is great, but we just got to get them into play. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then let's do that. What card does that? Oh, at the start of each combat, you get a random card. So now we'll go here, do this, and we'll play that. And then that's the end of the hand. And we don't want to keep adding more cards because the mauls, well, I say that and then this happens. That's fine. Can I do 300 damage to get a relic? Sure, why not? I mean, depending on how things go, might come our way. All right, let's see what cards we get. Let's do this. All right, isn't the worst. Let's do that. Yeah. So 2 more. Let's do this. Let's do that. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Next turn, we just have to do a fuck ton of damage, which we are about to do a fuck ton, but not like as much as we should. Should I waste a potion? Probably not. Damn. 300 was just too much. Yeah. Well, next time we know. Obtain a relic. Give up red mass for 2 random relics? Sure. Ooh, that is actually pretty powerful. This guy is going to be a problem. Let's drink a potion, see what we get. Okay. All right, should we play the bomb? I mean, yeah, why not? We love the bomb. Let's play this. Let's block. Let's block again. And then let's do damage. It's gonna do 40 damage to us. And I don't think I can even block a point of it. Wow. Damn, this run was going so well. And then I just took 40 damage. 39 damage, I guess. Genesis is probably going to hit better. Oh, wow. Fuck, I should have saved that. I didn't realize. Fuck me. All right. That was pretty bad, but not totally unrecoverable. Especially because we can go to a much easier route of... Damn. Let's do this. Rest. Hit this guy. Jackpot. This. Start combat with additional stuff. Alright, that's fine. See this. Alright, these guys aren't the worst. I've seen worse. We've experienced worse. But they are not fun for sure. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's hit the block. Probably should have played that first. And then let's do that. And that's the end of our turn. Alright. So we gotta kill these guys in this order. 1, 2, 3. Because this guy, he's not that hard, but this guy is annoying because he makes every card you have ethereal. Which, now that's done. Let's go ahead and throw that. Let's do Quasar and see if we can get something lucky. We don't. Put a skill from your draw pile. 2 blocks. I'll take it. Now theirs are no longer upgraded, which is totally fine. So we can just do enough damage that it doesn't matter. Probably should have played that first. Block. Darn. I was hoping we'd pull something good. But we block everything, so that was fine. Maul. And then block. Block. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. With Maul being so good, we really need to stop adding any more cards. Unless they're like a very specific card that's going to give us more things we want. This. Quasar to hopefully get some block. We don't get any block, but we do get some draw, which is good. We can do this. Get rid of those 2 cards. I think this works. Fortunately, it didn't work the way I thought it would work. Let's do that, and we're 3 short. Fuck. I should have blocked. Alright, well, that's alright. He's dead now. He only did a little bit of damage. That one's dead. This is blocked. Gained that. Should have gained them that. He's alright. Alright. Let's get Reflect just in case. I'm not fighting the boss because I don't want that kind of energy on us. 1 uncommon. That's a terrible potion. Let's rest. Alright. Do I feel confident about this? No. No, not at all. Not in the slightest. But we can hit him with a Reflect. Let's hit him this. Reflect that. That. Hit him with a potion. So now he does damage to himself. Let's block again. The Wither came for us. Don't like that. Let's exhaust the Wither. Probably should have waited on exhausting the Wither. But we can do Jackpot, or we could do... Why don't we drink a potion? This. And then we hit 1, 2... And then we end our turn. Okay. We could hit a Jackpot, 32 damage, or we could hit What's 9 times 7? Damn. Or 14 times... Let's do the free cards first. Or do we do Quasar? Let's do Quasar, see what we draw. Yeah. Let's block. The malls make more sense, because at the end of the day, they give us the most bang for our buckaroonies. We need to block. That was a mistake. I meant to play this. Well, that was a mistake. Why did I play that? All right, here we go. We got to block for 6 no matter what. That's fine. We have to block. Or no, do we have to block? We don't technically have to block. Because we'll block right there. Okay. Just have to do 84 damage or die. What's... He's got still artifacts. What's 9 times 7? Not enough, clearly. Fuck, did we throw again? Yeah, we threw again. 100. No, it's turn 7, guys. We never threw. Split. All right. Control. Pause. All right. I think for now, 4 hours is my max. We'll hit Ascension 3 maybe later today or tomorrow. I'm gonna go to dinner with a friend in an hour, and I need to get my head right before that. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching this little shindig. We had a somewhat of a good showing from everybody on Twitch, on YouTube, and TikTok. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let's go find somebody to raid. Maybe I know somebody who's playing still. Following Generalist Gaming or Games and Quick. I mean, Generalist is playing EU5. I don't know if anybody wants to watch EU5. Bone Apple Tea, thank you. So I think we'll just end it right there. Thank you to everybody who watched the stream. I'll let you know in our Discord if we'll be back later. Congrats to Bliss for getting access to VIP. And if you want to hear more from us and see more from us, check out our Discord. That's all I got for you.